What did you say?
I have the high ground.
Ready, everybody?
All set.
Hey, bud. Let's party.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and welcome to another episode of The High Ground. I'm joined, as always, by Raging Rhino and Tim from Open Airlock Policy. Rhino, how are you doing today, man? You have a good week?
I'm doing all right. I applied for monetization. It's in the review process, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, everyone. If you weren't on the Full Aussie last night, thank you, everyone who watched videos and liked, shared, subscribed, all of that good stuff. So thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, but things have been going all right. I'm still doing some videos. I'm going to do a Lando video about the whole
Lando Pando.
them doubling down on making him a Pando. I mean, it's nothing we already, didn't already know, but anyway, frustrating. But yes, I'm doing well.
That's good to hear. Tim, how about yourself, man? How you doing?
Good, and I just want to announce something. I am immorally white. So, just so everyone knows, it's something I have to admit. But yeah, I came up with an awesome idea for a video, maybe a new series of videos. I was doing research all day on my latest EU video, which is going to take a really long time to make. So to get something out, it's still going to be kind of long, but I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. And it will kind of fill the void for someone who used to talk about that stuff that doesn't anymore. So be on the lookout. If I have enough time, it may come out tomorrow. I don't know. It just depends how much time I have. So
nice.
But yeah, very long week. Waking up at 3:30 in the morning to do training at 4. So I got my sleep schedule back on track Friday night. So good to go.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear, man.
Drinking tonight?
Hell yeah. I've got some Modelo Limon y Sal.
Nice.
Good stuff. Probably one of my most favorite, standard beers that's not like a craft beer. So
Nice. I'm not yet. I got a couple beers, but actually I have a friend of mine really likes this, so I figured I'd try it. It's the Watermelon Red Bull, and it's actually really good.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good. Yes, but I got a couple of beers in there, and I just realized I only have 8 of the pickle beers left. I'm sad. So,
Nice.
good thing that March is coming around, and then they release it again. So,
What have you been doing, Jeff? What have you been up to?
I've had a really busy week, and of course, as you all know, my hard drive, I don't know if I'll be able to retrieve the data. I will find out next week. So that's been kind of shitty, but I've been trying to rebuild a lot of stuff like intros and outros, and so I've been trying to get some stuff together that I had on some other cloud services trying to pull from, and it kind of sucks. So hopefully I'll get it all back, but yeah, I'm going to move forward. I'll have some more videos next week,
and hopefully you learned a lesson, right?
Lot. Yeah, don't buy a piece of shit drive. Yeah,
And
don't buy Western Digital.
Redundant backup. Always.
Well, I was moving everything to that drive, and I was cleaning my internal, and then I was going to move a lot of this important stuff back, and that's when that happened. So yeah.
Speaking of intros, I should probably, now that I'm applying for monetization, maybe invest in getting StreamYards paid for. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, become a patron of Raging Rhino so he can get StreamYards. There you go.
Yes, I do have a patron.
And I really liked that intro you had that I cleaned up for you. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
That was a fun one.
Yeah,
I'll go and bring in our first guest for the night. Technically, she's not a guest. I guess you could call her like our fifth man. If we were a sports team,
fourth man.
She's fourth man. Technically, she's yes. But hey, Mara, how you doing? Good to see you.
So yes, assuming gender as always.
Yes,
I guess I'm a fifth member because I
fourth man.
On my stream.
Yeah, I know. I do that.
Our fourth woman. How are you, Mara?
I'm doing pretty well. Just finished my stream not too long ago. Stieg stood in for Steph, and if you didn't weren't watching the stream, if you follow her on Twitter, you know that her dog ran away several days ago. Well, someone found Georgie, and she was taking him to the vet to get checked. So
That's awesome.
Good.
That's good.
So,
That's really good to hear.
So so basically that's why she's there. So it's good news in a way, but that's why.
She rolls up to go pick her dog up from the person that found it. It's Ace Ventura. Alrighty then.
I found your dog.
Tim, StreamYards does cost if you want to get, but it depends on what package you get, because there's ones where you can have 10 people, and then ones you can have more than that. And I have the one where it's 10 people. So
yeah, that's what I've got too. Yeah, it's 720p with the middle one, and then the higher up is 1080p. So
I think I paid 25.
Yeah, that's what I pay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. So that's why you can have your little custom logos in the corners. You can have overlays and that kind of stuff. Upload, clips and things like that. So
I need to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. You drop your Patreon in the chat too. I need to have that link. That's another thing. I don't have my text file for my stream links. I
think I've got it.
It was on my hard drive, so now it's not. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff tonight. We'll talk about Suicide Squad. We'll talk about Ann Sarnoff sticking her foot in her mouth before she should have waited before maybe saying some stuff, and we'll talk about that a little bit. We have part 1 of our Zack Snyder's Justice League trivia. We decided we're going to split it up because it's such a long movie. Tim wrote the trivia for tonight. It's going to be 15 questions instead of 25. And Tim, how far did you get into the movie with already 15 questions?
1 hour and 10 minutes.
1 hour and 10 minutes.
It took me about 18 minutes to make the trivia. So if it's good, that means I'm really fucking good at making trivia. If it's bad, it's because I only took 18 minutes to make the trivia. So
I'm telling you guys in the chat that because so blame Tim if you don't want it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I don't expect to do well tonight because I only saw the movie once. I have not had a chance to sit down and watch anything more of it since I saw it last Thursday. So, and I was going to say, yes, support Raging Rhino on Patreon. Don't let the fact that he's Victorian dissuade you.
That's right. Thank you, Mara.
Yes.
Victorians are not complete assholes.
Did you? Is your GoFundMe still going, Rhino?
Keyword there is complete.
Yeah, that's right.
Keyword there is complete.
Sorry, what did you say, Jeff?
Is your the GoFundMe still going, or is that over?
Yeah, no, but don't worry about that.
Sure.
I've become, things have actually turned around quite well with this new job and everything. So I'll probably be taking that down. So everybody that did donate to that, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really, really do appreciate it. You helped me get out of a tight jam, and
awesome,
it's been great. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
And I think we're gonna watch the Suicide Squad trailer here in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think somebody's coming on here in a minute, so I was gonna wait and see if they showed up, and then we'll watch it. But I mean, Lethal's watched it already, so I mean, we could talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, he's seen it, and I've seen it. And we were talking earlier, before the stream started. I'm underwhelmed. I wasn't exactly expecting to be overwhelmed, but at the same time, I was expecting to at least be anticipating the movie, and I'm like, I'm not even sure if I want to see it in theaters.
I know. Are you going to go see Godzilla versus King Kong in theaters tomorrow?
I was definitely saying that in the movie theater. I'm going to see it with my one brother and sister, and I was saying in my stream that the only reason I would see Suicide Squad in theaters would be to support my theater, not because I'm anticipating the movie. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. Do you have a local chain that you go to in your area?
It's kind of a chain, but yeah, there is a local theater.
Local?
It's a local theater that I do go to. And I do try to, like I said, I'll get concessions there as well because I know that they only get half the ticket sales, the money from the ticket sales. So I try to get concessions because that all goes to support them. So my brother used to work. One brother used to work in a theater, and he's like, 100% of the concessions goes to the theater, but we only keep 50% of the ticket sales. So.
Yeah, I had a friend when I was younger who worked at the theater. It was kind of nice because he would let me come in, and I wouldn't have to pay for a ticket sometimes. So, but yeah, that was nice. But yeah, that's the same thing with me, Mara. I would go to support my local theater because I want to see them continue to go because they've apparently done pretty well with keeping a lot of the older movies in theaters, like rotating in and out, a lot of stuff. So yeah.
I still got to go back and I still got to watch it. I got to still fill in the blanks that I've got from when I fell asleep.
You still haven't gone back and watched it yet?
No. I've been so, excuse me, I've been so busy. And I will say, like, I know, yes, I've got time after work and everything, but, you know, life happens.
You can split it into parts too, though.
That's the thing. I kind of want to find the time to sit down for 4 hours and just watch it. But yeah, anyway, I'll get around to it. It'll happen. Hopefully by next week, by the second half of the trivia.
Yeah, there you go. Melissa Lord for $5 says, "Hey guys, what do you think about Sebastian Stan playing Luke? Will it happen and will it be good? And Suicide Squad 2 trailer thoughts? Love y'all." Thank you, Melissa, for the $5. I do appreciate it. I don't think it'll happen, to be honest with you. I don't. The Sebastian Stan thing, I don't think it'll happen. To be honest, if they do something like that, they'll probably just end up doing what they did in, like, do a deepfake kind of thing. If they do, and they won't make it a lot of screen time, to be honest. I don't think they're going to, lean on Luke. And Suicide Squad trailer, we're going to watch it here in a few minutes, and I'll give my thoughts. I did record a reaction video. I just haven't got around to editing it yet. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Sebastian Stan will come in and play Luke for the little universe they're doing over on the Disney+?
I think that they're going to do it. I think it will end up happening. I will say there is an amazing resemblance between Sebastian Stan and Mark Hamill, and even the way that he speaks. Like even in interviews and things like that, he almost sounds like Luke Skywalker. Like you can close your eyes and picture him as Luke Skywalker, and you can almost hear it. You know what I mean? So he could do the job. I'm not saying that he can't do the job. The problem that I see with it is you got these shit storytellers. If they were able to actually tell a great story and they wanted to go back in time, and the best way to do a young Luke is to recast it. And again, they could, even though they've recasted, they could get a couple of those, there's so much technology out there that they could put something over the top of it and make it look even more so like him. I think it's just then a matter of the voice. And again, like I said, I think that he's got the voice to be able to do it. But it's the fact that what story are they going to tell? They're going to tell the story of Luke basically, denouncing the Jedi and ending up drinking titty milk. Soy out of the cow, it's just what are they going to do? You know what I mean?
I know.
So it's kind of like, I think that he could do it. I think Sebastian Stan would be a great recasting for that role. It's like with Star Trek. We always talk about the newer Star Trek movies, and the casting choices were fantastic. You talk about DC. You talk about Zack Snyder's casting for Superman, for Batman. All of the casting was perfect. It's the same situation with this. It can be done, but what story are they going to tell? Well, we know it's going to be shit, or it's going to basically result in destroying that character anyway. So, yeah. Anyone else?
Tim?
It's not going to happen. If it did, it wouldn't be good because it's Disney Star Wars. I wouldn't be against it if they sold the property, which will never happen, and someone else was going to be faithful to it. Imagine, a real Heir to the Empire adaptation with him and let's say, what's his name from Star Trek Discovery, and the Patriot is Thrawn. Can't think of the guy's name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
Jason Isaacs?
Yes.
Yeah,
Jason
I
Isaacs.
think he would be a good Thrawn even at his current age.
I think so,
with
too.
the makeup and stuff. I don't want Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm sorry. He doesn't need to be in fucking
I could
everything.
see Jeremy Irons. I mean, Jeremy Irons is a little old right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so, too.
I could see him.
That's in the
so,
90s. He was definitely the one that was brought up, but
Absolutely.
it's not going to happen. But he looks like him and stuff, and I think he'd do great in the role. But I don't want to see it.
This is the thing, though, with that Heir to the Empire is if they wanted to do that, to do that, they've got to decanonize stuff that they've already made. But if they
that's going to happen.
That,
haven't you heard, Rhino?
Yeah.
There's a Civil War inside Lucasfilm. Come on, you know this.
Yeah,
Choose your faction.
I
Cold
got some
War,
news
sorry.
coming too. I've ended up getting some information, which is quite incredible.
I can't wait for your
hear
video
about
to drop
it
on
soon.
From your sources?
Yeah.
Sorry?
From your sources?
Yeah, it's
it with
yeah,
a grain of
actually
salt.
from my sources.
Charles and Eric are his sources.
Now I forgot what I was
Just
saying.
kidding.
Oh, if they were going to do Heir to the Empire, I wouldn't mind them doing it as an animated series. They could do Heir to the Empire as an actual animated
There's
series.
already one on YouTube, and somebody's
No,
doing
no.
it better.
And I've been watching it. It's
I know what you
great.
mean. Yeah, it is.
But
it's
like,
fantastic. He's
you
done a
know,
great
putting
job.
the money into the animation and stuff like that, making it look really good and really polished, but telling the story and adapting it beat by beat. You've got to do that. If you're going to adapt, like that is one of those trilogies, the Thrawn trilogy, where you can adapt that beat by beat. You don't have to change anything from that to put it on screen.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you might tell a certain scene in maybe a different place, but you still tell that exact same story. Because again, adapting a novel to a show, I know it can be difficult, of course, but you know, you wouldn't necessarily see that scene before that scene.
I like that, please.
Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta read this super chat real quick, and then I'll pop up what I just saw in the chat because that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Jack Wall Casuals for $1.99. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. He says, I've got a Western Digital 5 terabyte external hard drive. Am I screwed? You are if you accidentally knock it off the back of your desk.
Bolt it
That's
to your
yeah.
fucking desk.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate it, but I want to pull this up here. Yeah, Doomcock's Trusted Sources says, how dare you?
Yeah.
That's one of the best accounts I've seen in a while.
There'll be a few more.
They just
how
need
dare
an
you.
apostrophe after cock.
I like the little fucking question mark in the
There'll be a few more how
avatar.
dare yous coming my way, I think.
How dare you?
Yes. But yeah, so I would rather them do it as an animated series. And if they want, this is the thing though. You're talking about them recasting. We're talking about the recasting of Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. I don't like the idea of it at all, to be honest with you. If they were going to do it, like I said, Sebastian Stan, I think, could do it. But the best thing to do for them, they have been successful in their animated stuff. Just make animated shows if you want to tell stories about the original cast members or the original trilogy, or continuing on from that story in an animated series, because there's no time period. You don't have to worry about the actors. You don't have to worry about this and that. I think the voice actor that did Leia in Rebels in Rebels was actually pretty good. Sounded very much like Leia. So
I agree.
Again, you do those shows as animated stuff, and that's when you jump forward. Like, if they had jumped forward the way it should have been and did a casting for Ben and not Ben, Jaina and Jason Solo, and you know, they could have casted them easily. They've got to, you know, yes, they've got a template of what they look like, but you just get actors that look like them, right? And you do it. Whereas with Luke, Leia, Han, all of those stories, it's like how well did
Excuse me.
Solo go? I didn't see Han Solo in Alden Ehrenreich or whatever the fuck his name is.
No,
I did not see him
Didn't
in there
sound
at
like
all.
him.
I will give him.
At all.
I will say. I will
I
give
don't
him one
understand.
thing on that role, is that he didn't just try to do a copycat of Harrison Ford. He tried to make it his own, and you know, that wasn't his fault.
But that's half
all.
the problem, making it his own. It needs to be a copy. Like, again, like I said, with Sebastian Stan, that's probably the closest thing that I've seen to actually being able to recast Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that other
So
the
you
other
look
guy
at-
that
you
played a
look
young
at
Harrison
Aaron
Ford in
Wright.
that other movie should have played him in
Yep.
solo
You
film.
Yeah, I
look
know
at-
who you're talking
You
about.
look at
Yeah.
the guy.
I know
You
Mar
gotta
does
look at the
too.
guy that played Solo. He doesn't look anything like Harrison Ford.
No,
No,
Nothing
no,
like him.
Look up Anthony and Gruber on YouTube, and he does a scene.
That's it.
He does a scene.
That's it.
Or
Yes.
like basically
Yes.
he acts both parts, but he acts out the scene between Indiana Jones and his father from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and even his Sean Connery impersonation is like just fucking on point.
It's ridiculous.
But like he actually looks like a young Harrison Ford, and he could have been cast. And if Lucasfilm actually cared about that, then they could have just cast Sebastian Stan for that 2 minutes of Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. They didn't have to do a deepfake. If they really like wanted to go that route, they could have done that. And the fact that they didn't tells me that like that's not going to happen. Sebastian Stan's not going to.
Oh, but that was the Favreau faction wanting to make sure that Mark Hamill got all the credit for that part of the thing. You know, like he couldn't allow just for the fans. He did that one for the fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Got us a couple super chats to get to here. I did put a link in the chat for that Anthony Gruber, like where he's doing Harrison Ford. It's incredible. Please check it out. Storyman Jack for $2 says, "Hail, showing support." Storyman Jack, thank you very much for super chat. I do appreciate that.
Storyman Jack.
And then we have a $10 super chat from Mr. Abu Nast. El Presidente himself is here.
What's up?
Salute to this badass panel right here tonight. Why is you guys live this late? Old man Abu Nast is about to go to bed, but we'll catch the playback tomorrow morning. Much love and restore the Snyderverse 100. Abu Nast, thank you very much for that. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. Definitely check us out. We do this show late every Saturday night, and it's a lot of people miss it. A lot of people miss it because it's later, and people, But I do appreciate the support, man, and absolutely restore the Snyderverse, dude. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate
thank you, Abanos.
And another super chat from Storyman Jack for $5 says, "Get Age of Adeline, dude. Stan and Carrie's daughter." There you go. Yep. Yep, Sebastian Stan, that Anthony Gruber from Age of Adeline, and then Carrie's daughter would do a really good job as well.
And
she
Storyman Jack... Oh, sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No, she was the one who was the stand-in for her when they did the CGI Carrie Fisher face over her when she beat Luke Skywalker in fucking lightsaber battle in the Rise of Skywalker flashback. Sure. Alrighty.
Just quickly, Storyman Jack, go and give him a sub. He does some really good stuff over
Absolutely,
on his channel. Really good guy.
I need to get his link.
He was one of the guys around when we started talking as well, Jeff. I don't know if you remember that. He was in the Discord with me, Jeff, and Greg on Ryan's Discord. And he was one of those guys where I was able to just filter my anger and my hate of Disney's Star Wars to him, and he was just a good dude. Really appreciate him.
He has a nice way of talking. Yep,
absolutely.
Oh, great!
That's great. Great stories. I love his stuff.
We should actually try and get him on. We'll get him on one night for the high ground, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dude.
I'll put his link in the chat right now too. So,
and he likes horror. So,
definitely.
Who doesn't like horrors?
Who doesn't like horrors? Tim, come on.
Oh, I do, but I don't like horror.
There you go. Oh, okay. Okay. We misheard.
Every
Sorry.
time you Americans, you say horror, it's like whores. Horror.
Yeah, there's some whores in this house.
Well, we Americans don't all talk alike either. So.
Horror.
That is true. We don't.
Can you say horror the way I say horror?
Horror.
Horror.
How am I going to spell that now? I got to figure that out. So I'll do it. I will. Q-Ball for $4.99 super chat says, possibly controversial opinion, but they should have made a live action or animated series of Shadows of the Empire. I 100% fucking agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Q-Ball, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I do appreciate it.
This is the problem.
No. I like the Shadows of the Empire stuff. Like they crossed over to the games and the comics and stuff.
Well,
like,
it was a movie
was cool
without
shit.
a movie.
Correct. Yeah.
It had a fucking soundtrack.
The game was so
it had
good,
a fucking
dude.
soundtrack.
That was was that Nintendo 64? That was Nintendo 64, right? Okay.
But this is the problem. Again, you look at the people that are in charge of making these stories, and I mean, you look at the animated show, The Rebels. Although there are some good moments within the show itself, in isolation, the lore, the everything, and people go, oh, but it's a cartoon. But yes, if you're going to actually make that canon, and it's got to abide by the laws of the universe,
Correct. Yep.
I was looking at
anyway, go on.
$5 from Melissa Lord. Thank you, Melissa. I do appreciate it. She says, here's $5 because y'all are great and I love the stream. But my Luke Skywalker, LOL, Rhino, great wrestling stream Wednesday night. Tim, want to see another.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
She knows a lot about it. She was making comments. Well, yeah, that's a good point. And we had Trey there. And yeah, those guys afterward were like, whoa, this was really cool. I think they may come over to YouTube from... they record on Skype and then they upload it. And I'm like, you guys should do both. Nothing says you still can't upload your podcast and do a live stream. So
you want to plug the
next Thursday we're doing, we had to stop at 1989 because it was 3 hours and we weren't done yet.
Oh, Attitude Era is going to be, man, I can't wait.
We're going to just pick it up and do to 2001 on Thursday night on the 1st, the 20th anniversary of WrestleMania 17. So... be there.
I'm gonna get the link for the chat right now too, because
8:30 Central.
8:30 Central. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yep, that's
And
going
I'm
to be a
so
fun one.
happy. I'm actually so happy. Like next weekend, we tick back over our daylight savings, so we become an hour closer again. And yeah, the later streams will not be so late.
Yeah.
Like
So,
my stream
yeah,
and the
this will
full
be the attitude
Aussie.
there. Okay, cool.
It'll actually be a little bit later in the morning for you, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, but thanks, Melissa. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was fun.
I'm actually putting the link in the chat right now. And then I will save that so I can do it. I can drop it every now and then during
I
the show.
think Attitude Era was when I came in to watch wrestling. My mom was the one who watched wrestling. If you my grandmother, my sister, her mom was the one that got her into wrestling. So it's the females in the family that like got into it, not the males. So, but yeah, my mom was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's like was like her one favorite, but she always loved Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was something on I think it was on Twitter, and it was just it was Instagram actually, and it was showing all these different clips from different periods of time, like when Shaq and the Big Show were in the we're in the Royal Rumble. And they both go to choke slam each other, and then they both get eliminated at the same time by everybody else.
That was fucking awesome.
And like there was also the one
I remember that.
The WrestleMania where The Rock and Stone Cold were doing each other's moves on each other. That was really cool. When was that? Was that 2000?
They wrestled 3 times.
They wrestled 3. Was it 3 WrestleManias? They did 2 WrestleManias and another
15, 17, and
That's it.
and 19. 15, 17, and 19, if I'm not mistaken.
So what years were those?
You
remember
2000 or 99, 2001, and 2000.
He could pull that out.
3.
Okay, so I think it was 2003 was the one where it just kept going and going and going, but they kept doing each other's moves. So like Stone Cold would do the rock bottom on The Rock, and The Rock would do like a stunner on Steve Austin.
Yep.
It was that was one of the best wrestles I've ever watched, wrestling matches I've ever watched. It was so good.
Before I get to these next super chats, I have another guest just popped in the back room. Mr. Lethal Lightning, Sir Lethal. What is going on?
Hello. How are we?
Hello.
How you going?
How is everybody?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah. Not bad. I'm always a little bit tired on Sundays, but I'm good. Thank you. How's everyone doing in the chat?
Still thinking about that T-shirt.
Miranda's ass. We've got to immortalize that perfect booty. Bioware wants you to forget about it, but I don't.
When Americans say horror, do you hear whore?
Let's try. Tim, say horror.
I don't like watching horror.
You don't like watching whores? Okay.
Say that other word. Say the T word.
I like horror.
T word. What's the T word?
Yeah.
Tits?
Terra. Yeah.
Terra.
Terra.
Oh, it's the other. That's like the Latin name for Earth. Terra. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Terra.
How do you guys say that? Say Terra, like the Latin word
Is that
for
you,
Earth.
Jeff?
Yep, that's thunder and lightning outside. Yep.
Whoa, that's so
yeah.
loud.
That passed through here about
It's freaking
4 hours
pouring
ago,
right here.
so.
Yeah. John Beck $2 says
Jeff's
horror,
voice just lift off.
terra,
Yeah, how do you say the Earth Terra?
Terra.
Okay.
Terra.
So they're
Yeah,
common
Terra.
names then. Okay.
Yeah, Terra.
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you, John Beck. Oh yeah, it's Soul Assassin says, can you point me to the horror section? WH.
Oh, you got like that clip from Clerks when Randall's ordering the titles.
Oh my God! Yes.
Volume 8.
Then he looks at the mother and goes, like, "What was that title again?"
What was that kids movie again? Yeah. Come Guzzling Cock Lovers 8, something like that. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. After the Zack Snyder's Justice League trivia is done, we'll be on Clerks. So that'll be next.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking looking forward to it.
Where can I watch those?
HBO Max had. Well, no, you guys don't have HBO Max, so
Well, does that mean that it'll be on binge if it's not?
maybe.
I don't know.
Because I just got binge.
I don't know if Justice League was kind of like a special thing because of what was happening. But
I'm gonna check that now.
Check.
On the TV, Rhino. This is Blake.
Oh yeah, Blake was on my stream too.
Oh,
Sorry.
duh.
That's right. Yeah. Storyman Jack for $5 says, "F Disney. Let's do crowdfunding to get those actors together and do a scene from the real sequel trilogy. Put them on screen together. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome." Storyman Jack for $5. Thank you.
Speaking of
again,
which,
man.
this is a question for Lethal and Mara. Have you seen that scene from Legacy of the Force that they put together, a fan film?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
It's fucking amazing.
Ooh, I can't wait till I get to that book so I can watch the scene.
Oh, dude, the chick they got to play Jaina
Uh-huh.
is like perfection.
Wow. Can't wait.
And she even does the line. She does the line as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm halfway through Bloodlines. That's kind of when I stopped reading Star Wars 15 years ago. So
You've never read
it's
it before.
fucking amazing. That book and the one before it, Betrayal, they are great books.
Yep.
I mean,
My
just
It gets
like,
really loud and
wow.
distracting on mute. Let me know. So.
Favorite
Okay.
series. So you've never read it at all. Like this is your first time going through it. I am jealous. I am
Yes.
jealous. It's so good. It is so fucking good.
It makes you sick almost, right? That
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Like, you read it and you get offended. You go, fuck
Mhm.
you. Fuck you.
Pretty much.
just like Storyman Jack just said. Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Not on binge.
It's on a bench.
Maybe a Netflix. I'll check
Yeah.
later.
Clerks is on HBO Max, so are you just doing Clerks, not Clerks 2?
Chasing
or-
Amy. It'll be Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Clerks 2. Yes. Clerks
I think
2,
that-
I believe Clerks 2 is the only one you can't find on streaming somewhere.
Yeah,
honest.
of those movies,
Just drop Anchor.
I know I've
hoist
seen.
anchor.
I know I saw Mallrats a long time ago, but not recently. So I have to watch that
Mallrats is
again.
fucking awesome.
I actually wouldn't
And
mind
Chasing
getting
Amy-
them on physical
Chasing Amy, I
media.
never watched. I never watched Chasing Amy. That's like the only one of his I haven't watched.
I like it. I like it.
It's a little
Yeah,
different.
I haven't seen Chasing Amy either.
Okay.
I've seen all the others. Yeah, so there's Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Clerks 2, right? 5?
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh, and Jay and Silent
Yeah.
Bob Strike Back. I haven't seen that either.
Jersey Girl.
Well, I mean, no.
One of the worst movies ever made.
$2 from John Beck says, the first Hunt Thunder I've heard in months. California. Nice. Thank you, John Beck. I do appreciate super chats from everybody tonight. Thank you guys very, very much. Since Lethal's here now, I figure we play the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
trailer.
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hold up. Before we do that, I want to show Tim something. Sorry. This won't take long.
Oh, no, you're
Man,
good,
that
man.
shit
You're
is
good.
so loud.
I know,
Have a
dude. Do
look
I
at-
need to mute while I'm not talking?
No,
Okay.
it's not a
cool.
problem. It's just it's
Chasing
obviously
Amy Schumer.
Oh, whoops! I put a B in there. Whoops. I meant to put a C. Sorry.
That's the chick they got to play Jaina.
Wow. That almost looks
just-
like the
that's
cover of the
fucking-
novel.
That's just Jaina, like to the T, isn't it?
Wow.
That's badass, man.
Man, I can't. I got to pick up my reading so I can get up to the end of that series and watch this scene.
Invincible
It was a
was
dark
actually my
night.
favorite.
I watched
book.
about 20 seconds of it, and I'm like, no, I'm going to back out because I haven't read the book yet, and I don't want to go in with any preconceived notions. So,
Good idea.
yeah.
One more.
But here's what's bad. Like in Bloodlines, I'm imagining the Mandalorian
Holy
Boba Fett is
shit.
Boba Fett. So, oh wow, that looks like
Yeah, they
Jessica.
actually fucking
Holy
do it.
shit.
They actually fucking do the whole scene, man. And she even says the line as well, and it's just like, oh wow.
That looks
Man.
cool.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What's
loved it.
this?
This is Invincible.
Like a
They
fan
it's a
thing,
fan
or-
film of the fight
Yeah.
between Jaina and Jason.
So if
Which
you have
book
not
is it
read-
from?
Invincible.
Invincible. Okay, that's sorry.
So if you have not
Sorry.
read the
Yeah.
book yet and you don't want like the, because it goes like Lethal said into the fight with even like some of the dialogue. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch it. So
Fuck Star Wars, man. Motherfuckers.
I know,
Yeah.
right? For real.
Well, I got,
Rhino,
I got
which-
something.
what you
I
got,
got
eh?
something. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but I'm gonna.
I've seen this.
It's fucking perfect. It's fucking it's perfect. Is this the re-edited one, Rhino?
Who did that? Did Daniel do that?
Daniel do that?
Have you
Yeah,
seen the
Daniel.
original, Tim?
Have I seen what?
The original?
Original what? Oh yeah, I've seen it where you go
yeah.
going around. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I think I saw it on your all stream a while back, if I'm not mistaken.
They came bounding over.
Man, I love Daniel. That's
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunts!
Even the wife is like,
His wife doesn't really react to it.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't at all.
She's
She's like,
She's
her
used to
fucking
it.
face, man.
Oh,
Her face, dude. Wow. Holy shit.
Old man Rhino. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well done,
Yeah,
Daniel.
like,
that was brilliant.
that is,
Daniel's
yeah,
fucking
I
genius,
can see
man.
Rhino yelling at even to get kids to get off his lawn.
Get off!
Get on my fucking
Rhino,
lawn,
like-
you fucking cunts.
Rhino in about 35 years when Disney's still making shit Star Wars, you know, and he's still surprised by it.
I'll walk out.
He still hasn't accepted it 35 years later. He still hasn't accepted it.
Kathleen Kennedy, that fucking bitch! Oh, she fucking killed Star Wars!
YouTube still exists, and he has like 8 million subscribers, and you know.
It's the same stuff.
Bullshit!
Fucking drawing fob.
Walk out, see a dog shit on my lawn, see some kids playing, and go, "Did you leave that here? Come over here and pick up your shit."
It's just like it's like still bitching about Ahsoka's lightsabers being the wrong colors.
Yeah. Can you believe it? I'm talking to my neighbors. They're like, "What's this guy talking about?"
What's Star Wars?
I'm
Star
like,
Wars is dead. Let it die, kid.
"Did they actually let these ships jump into hyperspace from atmosphere?" The old man's just looking at me over the fence like, "What?" Hyperspace, atmosphere, where am I?
The reporter's like, Star Wars is dead. You know that, right? He's like, I still have hope.
Tracking fobs! Can you believe they've got tracking fobs? They still haven't actually explained how they work. It's 30 fucking years later, and they still haven't explained it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's 35 years later, and he makes a video. Yeah, what happened last week was the moment that made me realize it's dead for the 80th.
And you know what I start doing? I start getting like a bit senile and everything, and I start rewatching my own videos, and I just do rewatches after rewatches of my own videos.
On casual rage, he has to take a time
I'll
out because he shit his diapers.
I'll do a reaction, like I'll do a reaction to my, like my very first video, and then I'll do a reaction video to that reaction video, and I'll just keep doing that. So I've just got this. Anyway.
this inception of denial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be great.
Oh,
So this is a Red Bound trailer.
Victorians
so
still think Star Wars can be
you may
saved.
hear an
News at
F-word,
11.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
That is correct.
Victorians
That is
still
correct.
think that Star Wars can be saved. Hopefully he's right, but most of us think that he's wrong.
And we know it. Yes, Sylvester Stallone is King Shark, and I believe King Shark is a shark. So
Yes.
is that correct, Lethal?
I don't know about that. I think he might be a fish, but yeah.
Okay. He's a fish. All right. I recorded a reaction like I said. I need to get it out. I've only watched the trailer one time, so
John Cena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see.
They're giving him a fucking show.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a
toilet seat on his head. We don't leave one of our own behind.
Yeah, it's not just me. It's glitchy as fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
glitchy.
that's probably your internet because you've got that thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Put the link in the private chat and I'll do it.
Yeah.
I went through Twitter, so I don't know if it's YouTube's end or what, but you can try it, Rhino.
YouTube's the large gay. So
Yeah, it is.
I'll put the link in the private chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, guys. It's so funny. It's like it's technically like a soft reboot, but they're gonna bring the same people back. All right.
The same
Who the fuck
tone.
knows?
I know.
In a
Lethal.
way,
It's
No,
like
it's definitely not the same tone.
oh no, it's
No.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the same timeline as Birds of Prey from this article that I covered on my stream. So
What I mean
Tone
is,
wise, it looks like Guardians.
yeah,
Which was my biggest,
That's what
which
I
was my
mean.
biggest
It's gonna be
fear.
the
with
same
R rating, yeah.
haha,
Except
funny. You know, we're trying to
Dick
be
jokes.
Guardians.
An island of dicks.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yep. Pretty much.
Cringe.
Harley looks good though. Harley's probably like the only good.
I was getting ready to say her outfit looks fucking great.
Well, Harley's better be on point, but the one who actually stood out to me a little bit was Idris Elba's Bloodsport, because he's at least trying. He's not phoning it in, so maybe he'll be a standout in this movie. So I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, let's let play.
Looks better already.
Prior mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy.
Oh, there's John Cena.
We don't leave one of our own behind. Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Colonel. These are dangerous.
She was really good as
Clear to go.
Amanda Waller.
Fuck yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Why is Rick Flag in a yellow T-shirt?
I don't know.
You were gonna see.
I know it's an homage, but it looks out of place.
You can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Bloodsport.
DC, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your
That guy?
I hate him.
You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
Is it me, or does that character look like a trans version of Harley Quinn? With the red and black?
Or something?
Nom nom.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley, although that is an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth.
What's the plan? How the hell am I supposed to know? You're the leader. You're supposed to be decisive. And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
If this whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
That was cringy as fuck.
Yep.
This is suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
Don't worry. I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
What?
Oh yeah, Starro.
Yeah.
Really? They're doing Starro?
Yes, they're doing fucking Starro.
Which is weird because one of like the complaints for the first Suicide Squad was they were saying they're taking on a villain that's like way out of their league, like a world-ending villain. So this one they're saying world-ending. You say we'll raise you to fucking galaxy-ending villain.
What are we? Some kind of Starro squad?
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad? I don't know.
Well, what are we? Some
don't know
kind of
about this
dumbass
one, man.
movie studio doesn't know what they're doing?
My
If they had
biggest
done this-
concern about this was it was going to be like Guardians, and this trailer gave me big Guardians vibes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Got nothing against Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually
just not
liked the
Suicide
first
Squad.
one. I haven't seen the second one, but
You
if I
know,
want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, see, here's the thing: James Gunn can do dark humor, but this just to me had. Like,
Oh yes, he can.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know. Oh yeah, he can
but
roll
it's
fucking
not-
real dark humor.
Yeah, it's not dark here, except for like maybe King Shark eating.
No, I was getting ready to say that this doesn't look like that at all.
No.
So
And dark humor would work here for the suicide. Like actual dark humor would work with the Suicide Squad, but they're afraid to go that route.
Yep, I know.
So let me bring up our friend Greg's point on this kind of stuff. Starro shows up. Like, where's Superman, right? Where are the superpowered heroes at that could finish it off? Why do they have to... When does this happen? You know what I mean? Like, does it happen when Superman's not available? Shit like that. It's... I don't know.
Yeah.
That looks cool though.
I mean, he did
Yeah,
Brightburn.
can I
and I
just
did like
say-
Brightburn, so.
And
Well, he
maybe
did-
I've been too Marvelized, but I kind of didn't mind that trailer, but again, that's coming from a normie standpoint on these characters and everything.
Boo this man. Just kidding.
Boo this man.
I will say in the trailer, the standouts, honestly, for me, is actually King Shark and Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Harley looks good.
I'd actually
Margot Robbie
over King Shark because I was kind of underwhelmed with what they showed with King Shark, except for him actually doing this and eating someone.
Snack.
I feel like underwhelmed with this character, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
Megan Jetty for $2 says Starro should have been the villain of Justice League. It definitely should not have been a suicide. It should be just been like a covert ops kind of a mission. And yeah, that's even David Ayer said on Twitter a long time ago. He's like, I kind of fucked up with making a world-ending thing. It should have been a self-contained story and like a Black Ops mission where they didn't really have to face a lot of like world-ending kind of danger, just like a regular bad guy.
Well,
he even said Joker should have been the bad guy.
Yeah, that's
Here's my idea that I've had for you. Go on, Mara.
I was gonna say, like what he said, what David Ayer said, they had Joker in the film. You had Joker in the film, make him the villain. It's basically keep it simple, stupid, pretty much for the first movie. And
I always thought Suicide Squad would work really well as a TV show because every episode you could have different characters, a different task force.
Like an issue. It would feel like an issue, exactly. Like
so like this week we got fucking Captain Boomerang, King Shark, fucking Mr. Freeze, whatever, and they're all doing their mission, blah 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 blah. And then next week you have a different lineup. You have Harley, whoever, blah 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 blah, and it's all just
me too.
Task Force X, blah blah blah.
I
blah.
like it.
So it's like every week it's like Amanda Waller's like, okay, we got to do this, this, and this. So I'm going to pick these people to do it. And then like you could have like an episode where it's like, oh fuck, we're going to Gotham City, so don't fuck around.
That's good.
Exactly. Yeah, I know, right? What are we, some kind of the Suicide Squad 2021?
Are we some kind of less Suicide Squad?
Thank you, man.
That should be in like every single fucking comic book movie ever made. Like,
let's go a step further. Any movie that has an action sequence in it should have that. Period.
Well,
build like a team.
Tim, name a comic book movie off the top of your head.
Batman '89.
What are we? Some kind of Batman '89? See,
it works with everything. It does
everything.
What are we? Some kind of living in a civilization?
What are we?
Like living in a society? Sorry, I fucked that.
What are we?
Some kind of
Rise of the Silver Surfer?
That line should have been in that movie. So yes, it should have. It should have. John Beck for $5 says tone seems off, and from the horribly beautiful mind of sounds like fantabulous emancipation of. Yellow warning light is steady on. John Beck, thank you for the $5. To me, it's very underwhelming, and. If you've seen, there's a movie James Gunn did a while back called Slither. It's like a horror film. It's like kind of a dark comedy. This doesn't feel like that. It feels like he's, after Guardians, he's ejecting more of Guardians stuff and instead of going back to what he used to do. And it just feels off to me. And yeah, I saw somebody in the chat say that King Shark looks kind of like rubbery to me.
Looks kind of like cartoony.
In some parts, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Blake says Hell to Pay is still the best Suicide Squad movie. I don't think that will change. Blake, that is a really good movie.
Is that an animated?
Assault on Arkham.
Oh, Assault on Arkham, which, by the way, I don't know about you, Lethal, but I kind of thought when I went into Suicide Squad 2016 that they were going to be pulling from that plot heavily with the way the trailer looked. And I'm like, this is going to be really close to that, and I was fine with that because Assault on Arkham is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love Assault on Arkham. Hell to Pay is
so good. Yeah, Hell to Pay is good, too. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's animated, Tim. You definitely should watch it. I'm not sure if they're... I don't know if either one of them is on HBO Max at the moment, but I'm sure they eventually will be.
Tim, Assault on Arkham is in the same universe as the Arkham games.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is a weird thing here. Hand?
Yeah, Hand. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just...
Guardians.
Somebody called it in the chat. He's going to be the next Groot.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually.
They're dumbing him down too much.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to give him the Batista role from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Drax, yep.
I think he's more of the Groot.
Yeah.
No, but Groot's not really dumb, whereas this guy's they're trying to make him dumb. So they're trying to he's a bit like the Groot character, but he's got the personality even worse so than Drax.
Yeah. Yes,
because I can a little bit. I can see a little bit for both. He's like Drax wasn't stupid, but he took everything like literally.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
Yeah.
Galford's
we
dog.
can see you.
This is ableist as fuck. My brother's a shark, says ableist. Or says Galford's dog. Like, it is, man. That's offensive as shit. I don't know why you wouldn't be offended by that.
Yo, Adrian, that's my hand.
What are we, some kind of hand pointing squad?
What are we, some kind of king shark?
Is a shark? Droot.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just feels very Suicide or Guardians of the Galaxy to me, and it just I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Did I miss a super chat? I did miss one. Okay. Melissa Lord for $2 says trailer looks good, but the movie is 50-50 hit miss. I agree. It's gonna be one of those ones like Mara said. I want to go see it in the theater, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. It just we'll see what happens. And like I said, the Starro thing it's a bit too much. Yeah. When that leaked, when you could see it in the Phantom trailer, the parasite, the individual little small parasites on people's faces, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be Starro, isn't it? I think Lethal, you called that too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I didn't see how this team can take down Starro.
I like
that's why they want you to watch the movie.
That's right. What are we? Some kind of Amy Schumer joke?
Dude, that comes from my Twitch stream the other day with Rhino, and the whole fucking chat for about 20 minutes was just Amy Schumer vagina jokes. It was disgusting.
It was hilarious.
My vagina.
Oh god, I don't even.
Tampons, gangbangs, vagina.
Amy by the way, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that they got the mayor of Chicago to play Amanda Waller too.
I was gonna say something. I'll just reiterate like what Jeff said about maybe seeing in theaters or not, and like the only way I would do it would be to support my theater. It's the only reason why I would see it in theaters. It's not because I'm anticipating this film necessarily at all.
Or you could just give them the money and walk back to your car and drive away.
There you go.
I could like literally walk in and just buy concessions because I've done that before. Where my mom was like, "Hey, you're in the area. Just like stop in there and give me a large bucket of popcorn, please. I have a craving." I'm like, okay. I can walk right in. It's like, yeah, I just want popcorn. You want a ticket? No. Walk back out to my car.
I need to find that clip of Cartman from South Park going, my vagina. Like he's entertaining Amy Schumer.
Let's not.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Gangbangs and tampons.
My vagina's so gross.
Hey, the John Beck knows. He knows.
I know. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I think about it, but yeah, I did. I love how now people are, I don't know, I know this is not about that, but people were saying in the chats lately, like, if you say Star Wars 3 times, Rhino appears in the chat.
All you just say is once. All you just have to say is once, and it's like Spidey senses.
Cracking pops.
Like basically,
did someone say Star Wars?
Yeah.
So I need to make a meme of him poking his head around the corner.
When did that happen the other day?
Somebody say Star Wars.
Somebody say Star Wars?
Yeah, like that meme of Leia, like when you hear someone say Star Wars and like just have like Rhino.
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
Shades in the chat again. I want to thank him for that image. There's another one for you though. Did somebody say Star Wars peeking around the door?
That's awesome work, Cell
Even
Shade.
better.
Awesome work, Cell Shade.
Even better. What you do is you have this image of somebody like sitting in their office and they're doing a live stream.
I know.
And then you see me in the back window looking in going, did somebody say Star Wars?
If they could do this as a GIF, it would be perfect. But the GIF of George Clooney peeking over the wall.
Yeah.
Or that. If someone say Star Wars, just like taking your head creepily over the wall.
Blake said he's got an idea.
You did that the other. Was that during Star Trek or trivia that he did that? We were talking about Star Wars, and
I think
he
it was
literally
trivia.
appeared. I think it was trivia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That was great.
That was hilarious. This is go back to Suicide Squad. I was actually kind of looking forward to it, to be honest, because I thought maybe James Gunn will go back to his darker roots and it would be like really dark comedy. But of course, like Warner Brothers right now is terrified of anything like that. So
fuck Warner Brothers, man.
Fuck them. Yeah, especially they're
Fuck
just
Disney.
they're stupid.
Fuck them all. They're so dumb. These studios are
Anime
actually
and
fucking
manga. I'm
stupid.
telling you, man. Anime and manga.
Yeah.
But just you know, even when we think about like restore the Snyderverse, like how much money do you think that they will make in a theatrical release of, let's say, 2 more movies, finishing Snyder's
Fuck knows,
vision?
COVID and shit. It's,
Well, even still, putting it on the streaming services, all they care about is the click now, right? All they care about is the virtue signal and the click. So,
Narrative is
fucking how many more subscribers do you think they're going to gain from releasing this, let's say, on HBO Max or for us binge? Like, they're so stupid. Like, think about it. And I was actually, I can't remember where I was talking about it. It might have been backstage, but the problem that they've got now, the reason why they won't, is because they've already paid J.J. Abrams $500 million to do his fuck up.
With Ta-Nehisi Coates, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real fucking smart.
So they've given him $500 million or whatever it was, whatever that deal was that he did, right, to do DC stuff for Warner Brothers. And what? Now they're going to put that to the side and say, okay, now we've got to give another, because they can't just ask for that money back now. The contract's a contract.
Yeah. Yep.
They could say keep the money, but we're not actually doing it. And that, you know, that probably still even wouldn't go down all that well. But to then have to pay Zack Snyder to do 2 more movies when they've already paid $500 million.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got that up front, to be honest, John Beck, but either way, they've got this contract in place. That's the deal.
It's not
and
just
we've already heard that they're already moving in that direction with Black Superman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ta-Nehisi Coates is going to write it.
Yeah. Why would they then have to,
Unfortunately.
you know, think about the investment that it is to do the other 2 Snyder movies. How much do you reckon they would have to pay to do the other 2 Snyder movies in the 5 that he wanted to do? It was going to be a Batman movie and Justice League 2, is that right? Or
Batman movie was Ben Affleck's. He was going to do Justice League 2 and 3.
But what was supposed to come after? Oh, so somebody else was going to do the Batman movie. So somebody else was going to do the Batman movie. Okay. So how much? So there's 3 movies essentially to at least finish. And then there's the Flash movie.
Cyborg, Green Lanterns, Deathstroke solo, Ryan Joy.
Well, straight off the bat there. Okay, if there's so let's say let's throw it out. There's 9 to 10 more movies that they could make in this universe. And how much do you reckon they would have to invest in that when they've already got this investment in DC of $500 million?
And this could be their Mandalorian. You know, this could be HBO Max's Mandalorian. You give
Let's not say that.
I'm talking about success-wise for Disney Plus. Like, that's my point. Give Zack Snyder the reins of this universe. Have him bring in Ben to give him the creative freedom he wants for his Batman project, but keep it in this universe, and let Zack be like the kind of Kevin Feige of the Snyderverse on HBO Max, which is what they should do.
This is the problem. This is the other problem that they've got. Even if they go, all right, we're going to continue Zack Snyder's universe, but it's only going to be on the streaming services. All the J.J. Abrams stuff that comes out, we're going to do theatrical releases. Well, so what happens when Zack Snyder's story is 10 times better than the virtue signal crap that fucking J.J. Abrams and the mystery box bullshit that J.J. Abrams is going to come out with? That's having in the theatrical releases, everybody's just going to be waiting for the Zack Snyder stuff to come out on streaming services. People aren't going to go to the theaters and watch these movies.
Yeah,
who wants to go and
that's
see,
why they won't do it.
Who wants to go and see Superman absolutely get completely cucked?
I want to know what J.J. Abrams has on people, because every franchise,
his wife,
he gets a chance to ruin. Star Trek, Star Wars, he has his people. Hey, you guys go after Lord of the Rings. I'm going to work on DC.
Yeah, he's got people
what's going on? Like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Well, also, too, he was praised. He was praised like the next, Spielberg, right? People were slating him as the next Spielberg.
Yes.
What did you do?
I don't even know what that means.
If somebody can name a movie or a show that fucking J.J. Abrams has done that comes close to Spielberg's best, what would you say is one of Spielberg's best movies?
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Jaws is probably my favorite.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with Jaws.
Back to the Future, was that him or?
That was,
Name.
Did he direct those though?
I don't know.
E.T.
Go ahead. E.T.'s good.
I didn't like E.T.
Close Encounters.
Name one J.J. Abrams movie that comes close to that.
Nothing.
Is Empire of the Sun a J.J. Abrams movie? Jurassic Park? No. Oh, you're talking. Sorry, no, you're talking Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. There you go. You just pull that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So name one thing that Zach has done that comes close to Spielberg.
You mean JJ?
That's what I meant. What did I say?
You said Zach.
Whatever.
So did you like Super 8, Jeff?
Actually, I didn't hate it, but it was just a combination of different movies from.
Right. That's what I've heard.
So I don't think that JJ's got dirt on people per se.
No, but it's why his wife Me Too's the people out of the fucking jobs.
He's been praised to high heaven for actual garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how he ended Lost. I never watched it. Thank
He didn't even know
God,
where it
I
was
never
going.
watched it.
He didn't even do it.
My dad watched it, and he fucking hated the way that ended.
He didn't do the ending of Lost. He wrote an outline for the show. He directed some episodes, produced it, and he gave it over to David Lindelof, and there's another guy that they did the rest of it. He didn't do it.
Didn't like Fringe.
And everybody talks about
Fringe.
it. J.J. Abrams' disciple. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean that they're going to be even worse than J.J. Abrams in storytelling?
There it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. His wife's got the dirt. That's what it is. So, yes.
Who's his wife?
I don't know.
I don't.
So she's
Mrs.
a big wig.
Abrams.
So she's the one. She's the one sleeping around with everyone, so that he gets all the work.
She's the one who's pointing. I think she's got dirt on people most likely.
Me Too stuff. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with J.J. Abrams and his shows. He gets some writers to create something. He'll direct the pilot. He'll be a producer on it, but he'll hand it off to showrunners. He does not be responsible. Like, he left Lost to do his own movie stuff. Like, same with Alias. He did Alias, and he created it, but he left and had somebody else become the showrunner. He
never finishes anything.
No,
yeah, but he
doesn't.
He
left after 2 Star Trek.
Never finishes his wife.
He did Star Wars and Star Trek without...
Chief never finishes.
Anyway, I just think, that's why they're not going to do Zack Snyder's stuff. Because again, even if they were to do it and bring it out on HBO Max or whatever streaming services, and it turns out to be 10 times better, which we all know that it probably would be being better than anything that J.J. Abrams could put together in the DCEU. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah. JJ sets up mystery boxes and then hands it over to people to try to make.
You figure it out. That's exactly what it is, Mara. That's exactly. You figure it out. You can do it, right?
Yeah.
I just want to.
Doing here.
Never mind. I won't even say it.
Has anyone else seen Godzilla yet?
No,
it's not out yet here.
Oh.
Did you see it? Did you actually get to see it?
Yeah, I saw it a few nights ago.
Without spoilers, what were your thoughts on it? What'd you think?
The fights are good. That's it.
It's just like King of the Monsters. It's the same way.
I liked King of the Monsters, and I thought this was a step down.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't like this.
Okay. I mean, I'm still going to go see it. So.
The fights were pretty cool, though, but that's about it. That's all I can say. That was good.
Yeah, Jason wants to go to IMAX and see it the day after it comes out, so we might do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Assassin's right. There's clips from the movie actually on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I'm avoiding everything regarding that movie.
Don't watch the last trailer.
I'm not.
Oh, do not.
Huge spoiler. There's no fucking point seeing the movie after that.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last trailer. Purposely avoided it. We're going to go see it, I think, this coming Friday. So.
I just want Top Gun. When's that coming?
I missed another super chat.
Give me Top Gun 2.
I'm sorry, Melissa. $2 super chat that says, I want a Batfleck Dark Knight Returns. It'd be great. Yes. And by the way.
Sure, I'll take it.
By the way, thank you, Melissa. Somebody screenshotted the end little scene with Batman on the tank and zoomed in, and those look like mutants in front of the tank roped up. They really
no shit.
Yeah, they do.
Nice.
Yeah. Very much so. So, but yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see that. I want to see what Joe Manganiello was telling everybody that was going to be.
Speaking of mutants, guess what I read the other day?
What?
What'd you read the other day?
Children of the Atom.
Oh God!
Ooh.
Why did you torture yourself?
It's worse than you fucking think it is. It's so fucking bad.
That's
Her
X-Men,
name
right?
is Cyclops Lass.
Cyclops last?
Cyclops Lass. That's her name. And
What?
it's heavily implied that they're not even mutants.
What's
What
this
are
in?
they?
What is this in?
Children of the Atom.
Yeah,
And where do you find this?
it's Marvel.
In Children
Marvel.
of the Atom.
Yeah,
X-Men Children of the Atom
It's a
is what it's
book.
called.
Comic book.
I need to see if your boy Zach is in a review and we'll go check it out. Yeah.
Oh my fucking
It's
God.
fucking worse than you think it is, man. It's
Not
pretty
not
bad.
The X-Men. Not the X-Men. This is.
They've
Yeah.
been fucking over these characters in comics for a while, though, right? It's not
This
like-
is like,
Oh, yeah.
this was like some
20 years, probably.
This is something that you will look at like in 10 years from now. This book's going to be world famous. 10 years from now, people are going to look at this and go, holy shit. This is terrible. This is like everything that's wrong, all put into one book.
Oh, I like the picture you guys shared of, what's that? Birdman, Harvey Birdman.
No.
Oh, yeah, attorney of law.
Birdman, whatever.
See, my dad's like the biggest Birdman fan you'll ever meet.
No shit.
Oh,
And
that message.
I text the picture to him. I was like, here's the new show. And he responds back in less than a minute, says, wow, that looks fucked.
Yeah.
Conversation over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stunning and Brave Megatron saying everything Rhino loves getting destroyed, like Lethal. Everything
Lethal.
Lethal loves gets destroyed. Everything.
That clip of Ryan saying that.
Yeah.
That's one of those. Yeah. It's narrative's fucked, guys. That's right.
And everything
narrative
Rhino
fucked.
recommends, Greg doesn't watch.
Yeah.
That's the mantra.
Yeah.
And he's
Yep.
been consistent with it too, which annoys
Yes,
me
he has.
because, like, we've talked about this backstage. I've said to him, like, dude, you know, that we've got similar interests in the shows and stuff. Like, there are some shows that I'm recommending to you that you'd really like. He's like, I don't care. I'm not watching it. You recommended it. It's become a meme well enough now that I've got
It is
to
a
stay
meme.
consistent.
Much, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
As soon as he stops staying consistent, well, then it falls off, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ready for some trivia?
Equilibrium's the big one that I want him to watch that he hasn't seen.
that is
he
a
won't-
fucking damn good movie, and it got
exactly,
buried by the
and he
Matrix-
won't watch
Matrix
it
that
because
year.
I recommended it.
I know it's good as hell.
Which movie?
Equilibrium.
Oh yeah.
It's really fucking good too.
Oh.
Yeah, he won't watch it. You know he
Really
won't watch
good.
it.
No.
He's like, nah, no thanks.
You know, I'm gonna wait till like there's a movie that's coming out that he wants to watch. I'm gonna see it before him, and then I'm gonna recommend it to him before he gets a chance to see it. So he has to break the tradition to go and actually see it.
Mhm.
Yes, Equilibrium was great. It was. It's such an underrated movie, and the
It
reason why it's
really
such
is.
an underrated movie is because it came out when The Matrix came out.
got
I think
buried.
it was The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it got
buried.
buried underneath the hype of The Matrix. That's right.
Mhm.
Great Christian Bale. Christian Bale does a great job. Sean Bean does a great job. The main guy, I can't remember what the actor's name is of the main dude in it, but he's really good as well. Yeah, great movie.
I don't know if Mara or Lee, if I said this before, but whenever Superman comes back in Justice League, Zach confirmed that the reason he kind of like didn't attack her was because he knew she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the headline to that article
Figured
earlier.
that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Here we go.
Everything that Lethal finds any enjoyment in gets destroyed.
I like how like Ryan sounds in that. He's like almost so happy.
He's like
with it.
so happy for some reason.
And this is when like found out like Mitch Dyer was tied to Gotham Knights. So.
That's right.
God.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That got fucking delayed too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck that
And now
guy.
I'm not even sure. I mean, I'm probably in the end. I'm probably still might buy it, but I don't think I'll buy it day one. And like I might, but after seeing that lead game designer tweet that petition to get 6 days in Fallujah canceled. I'm like, and like the way he worded the tweet, I'm like, good job. How many we spent like elsewhere? So,
I wanted to ask Mara and Lethal this question. What do you guys think of that they're going to be developing a Ghost of Tsushima film with the John Wick guys?
Not keen.
No.
It doesn't work as one movie. It can't work as one movie. It really can't. Lethal pointed out earlier that the cutscenes alone are like 6.5 hours. And there's like no way that you could leave out anything from those cutscenes and have it make sense because a lot of it ties together.
Yeah.
I want to also, I made this point, I made my point about this on the Full Aussie last night, but I kind of want to add to that from the point of view of, I don't have a PlayStation. I haven't played the game. I am not going to sit there and watch 6 hours of cutscenes to watch the story or anything like that. And I'm not going to be buying a PlayStation anytime soon. And I'm not going to be playing the game anytime soon. So,
So you're missing out completely then. You're getting a condensed version.
Okay. So having a condensed version is better than having no version at all, if you ask me.
But you're not getting the story then.
Yeah.
Hey, there's this book I really want to read. I'm never going to get around to reading it.
I'm not saying, like, it's like you said, how do they fit so much story into such a small movie? But if they do it well enough, then I'm happy to see it. And I'm happy to have it. And I would be glad that they're doing it because, again, I haven't seen the story with my own eyes. I've watched people play bits and pieces. But it's like jumping in here, jumping in there. I don't know where people are at. I don't even know what the whole... I actually have no idea what the story actually is all about.
So I have no... I'll watch it, but I just don't have any faith in it.
Simple premise is the Khan has invaded the island of Tsushima, and you are working to kick him out. Essentially, you are going through and getting allies to your cause, so to speak, because you're going against the samurai code by doing this. I can't go much further than that because a lot of it is in depth to even the allies that you gather have their own stories that you have to help them complete as you're going along from island to island, like part of the island to island and so forth. And his uncle, the allies, one of the allies has a brother who has a story that you kind of have to help with, and it's just there's no way you can do it in one movie.
You can't fit it in one movie. You just can't. Do it as an animated series if you're going to do it. So at least that way you can have fight scenes and shit like that.
What if they split up in like 3 or 4 movies and they have like a series that tell the story over time?
Yeah, what if they miniseries? What if they did it as a trilogy?
A trilogy of movies tell one story that I can play. I'm just not digging it.
Well, technically, this is a trilogy that tells one story. So.
That's what I mean. Like, imagine if they were to do, theatrical. You could do theatrical cuts, and then you could do extended cuts of 3 movies telling the story.
Or I could play the game.
It's just,
yes, but again, I'm not getting a PlayStation. I can only play that game if I've got a PlayStation.
I don't get to play Halo.
Okay, they've still made animated shows. They've still made, things of Halo.
Yeah, but I'm not actually getting the Halo 2 story.
All right.
Exactly.
But do we know that this is actually going to be a complete adaptation of the actual story?
Well, there's no other way to do it and have it tied to the actual Ghost of Tsushima. You can't exactly make a movie.
Shin Sakai is the Ghost of Tsushima. No one else.
I get it. But again, like we talked about this last night, what if they did a whole different character, a Ghost of Tsushima story sort of thing?
Well, that's not Ghost of Tsushima.
That's not the Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it's in the same time period, but it's not Ghost of Tsushima because he is that, because he gets called that by the inhabitants of the island.
So when you've got Rogue One, a Star Wars story, it's not an actual Star Wars story because it's not actually based around the original trilogy.
No, and because it's Disney, yeah.
Well, it's still a Star Wars story because it's still told within that that universe. But
that's my point exactly. It's still in the same universe.
No, but that's
not episode 4 of New Hope. Whereas this, you're saying it's the Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
but it's not the Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I'm saying like that, and that comparison doesn't work because just saying it's a Star Wars story, it still works because it's still told within that same universe. But you can't have a Ghost of Tsushima story and not have the actual Ghost of Tsushima in it. It will not work as a title because Jin Sakai is the ghost.
Okay, so you have something else, call it a samurai story, and then you put it in the universe of Ghost of Tsushima, in that video game universe.
And then make a sequel to the game, pretty much.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about that.
Or make another game that ties into that, like that same time period, because like there's, even though like what happens at the end, like doesn't matter because Japan is still at war with the invaders at that point. So you could still you could technically do a continuation, but at the same time you can't do an adaptation of Ghost of Tsushima and have a different character.
Even if you did that, Mara, you'd have to take some liberties. You have to say, okay, what ending is the quote correct ending then?
No, I'm saying like that's the thing. Also,
well, it's based on historical events, correct?
It's based on historical events, but it's a
yeah.
Okay, I understand that in a video game. I understand that in a video game you've got choices that you can make, right? So you can either go this way or you can go this way. But it's like saying in the Star Wars game, you've got health stim shots. They don't have those sort of shit in real Star Wars.
But that's a gameplay thing. We're talking about a narrative point.
But okay, so in the gameplay of the narrative point of the video game that you're playing, you can make a choice. But what is the actual historical event? You go based on that, and you then tell the story.
And you're completely cutting out Jin Sakai, the main character.
Yeah.
So the main character has nothing to do with the actual historical events that actually happen.
He's a fictional character.
He's created around the historical events. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So again, you're talking about a fictional story that you can make up whatever you want.
But then it's not the ghost.
No, that's okay. Yeah, that's the point. It's not the ghost.
Confused.
And to answer Lethal earlier that I was trying to do about
Mara, don't fucking start a fight with me. I was agreeing with you.
No, I'm saying like the ending makes it hard. The ending makes it hard not going into details because you do have two options, and depending on what option you pick, affects like what the situation will be.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah.
Do you get? Does that make sense now, Rhino?
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but you're talking about a fictional character.
Yeah,
that you can actually.
Character.
Yes.
Yes, and there are historical events that this is based around that are actually real events. So why couldn't you do one of those real events as an offshoot story in a movie?
Because then it's not the Ghost of Tsushima. Then it's just
okay.
The
Then don't call it the Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe they call it.
Okay, then don't call it Ghost of Tsushima. But then it's not Ghost of Tsushima. Then it's just another. Then it's just another samurai movie set during the same period that happens to be in a video game.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's not Ghost of Tsushima then.
And then you title it loosely based around the video game Ghost of Tsushima in the title.
No, you can't. You can't even loosely base it on that because, like, literally, the Ghost of Tsushima is Jin Sakai. It's like not like it's basically a generic title and pick any random character to play as in the game. You're playing as Jin Sakai, who becomes known as the Ghost.
So you cannot make up another story about another character based around the Ghost of Tsushima universe, that time period.
It's not. You
can't do that.
It's not a universe. That's the thing. It's not a universe.
It's the character. It's the one guy.
It would be like making an Abraham
I can't believe
Lincoln.
Nobody else can see my point here.
It would be like
it's just dumb as fuck. It doesn't work like that.
It would be like making an Abraham Lincoln biopic and saying, "Hey, this is based on Abraham Lincoln, vampire killer."
So making up the Mandalorian, making up Din Djarin, whatever the bin fuckhead.
Jin Sakai.
Okay, no, I'm talking about Mandalorian. So making up Din Djarin. Listen, making up Din Djarin is you can't make up Din Djarin because it's not based around Luke Skywalker, the main person in Star Wars.
But it's in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars
that's my point.
Star Wars called. Are the movies called Luke Skywalker Episode 4: A New Hope?
No.
Well, this is called The Ghost of Tsushima. That's one motherfucker. The whole story revolves around him. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is the center of that whole fucking thing. Star Wars is a vast galaxy filled with everything you can think of. Okay?
And
And Japan back in those days wasn't. You can't tell a story.
Okay,
Jin is the main point of all this. You take out Jin.
He's the title of the story, is what they're saying.
Take out Jin Sakai, you don't have.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario. You've got one of this Ghost of Tsushima fuckheads, fucking slave people, or someone who works for him, or something like that. You make up another fictional character that revolves around a person who does something with the guy. I'm sure there's a character in the video game that they can tell an extended story of that character.
But it wouldn't be
one that's already told.
But then it won't be Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And they can't add it. Okay.
Whatever side missions you have with those characters, whatever side missions you have with those characters, they get completed in the game. They get completed in the game, so it's not like there's a continuation with those characters. They're basically at peace whenever you go through each of their quests, like points of the quest.
In other words, it would be boring as fuck.
Creative freedom truly is dead.
But here's the thing: if they went in.
That's why we have Ghost of Tsushima.
Let's say that they made Ghost of Tsushima, right? And they changed everything and made it to fit their narrative. They're trying to get the fans of the game to come watch it. They do that, they're not going to watch it because they're taking the story. And he is the Ghost of Tsushima. If you take him out of it, there's no then that title doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even if you set it in the universe, you can't call it that because that character is the Ghost of Tsushima. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're saying. Like, you can't put it. I mean, you can't be like, this is Ghost of Tsushima universe, but it can't be because he's the Ghost of Tsushima.
It's what distinguishes it from the historical record.
Correct. Because it was written. This story is written around him. It's his story.
If you're just going to do the historical event, then you just call it, I don't know, the Battle of Tsushima or some shit.
The Tsushima Squad.
Tsushima Squad. What kind of Tsushima Squad? If there's no Jin Sakai, there is no Ghost.
Yeah.
Jin is the Ghost.
I mean, I don't know the historical events like that well. I'd have to go back and read about them, but I do think, like, at some point they still fought the invaders, so there's still battles going on in Tsushima, and at some point I think they did try to take it back to the mainland. So you could conceivably have a continuing story set on mainland Japan. Can't have it centered on the Ghost of Tsushima because his story ends in the game.
So when you start the game, you can only play as one character?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
You can't pick any other character.
No, you can't pick. No, it's
That's
him.
his story.
He's the one. Yeah.
What's Tim doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's reading chat.
I'm just laughing. That's it.
He's reading chat.
He's laughing at me.
His
goddamn
it's
Mongolian
Jin's story. So no
He's not laughing at
Jin,
you.
no Ghost of Tsushima.
Nope. So they could have come out and said, like, this, we're going to base this in the Ghost of Tsushima universe, but it's not based on the Ghost of Tsushima. We're going to call it something else because it's based on this character. That's different than them saying, this is a Ghost of Tsushima film, and we're going to make this 6 hour plus story in a 2 hour movie.
Hey, isn't Jin like Japanese for ghost or spirit or something like that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, if it comes from the same etymology as, like, Jin that means like genie and things like and spirit. And so.
Because I think that's where Qui-Gon Jinn, I think that's how Lucas came up with that.
It is.
Yeah, I think
he does a lot of samurai stuff with that, yeah.
Yeah, his name is spelled with 2 N's, right? Because I think that's the correct spelling if you were to spell out Jin. So
it's probably racist, I'm sure, somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It's a white man.
Appropriation!
Yeah, cultural appropriation, pretty much.
You're not honoring it, you're stealing it.
I put a link for trivia in the chat. Everybody wants to pop in.
You should have a look at what Blake put on Twitter.
Did he tag Gus or?
Yeah.
Oh, he said he's going to do something with that, so I was wondering.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know. It was on Lyndon's stream the other morning when he did that. I made some kind of example out of Star Wars, and then suddenly Rhino was like, did someone say Star Wars?
Really quickly, Jackwell Casuals for a 99-cent super sticker, and what is it? Oh, it's popcorn. Cool. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I think what we got to do is we have to get Rhino to play Ghost of Tsushima so he can understand.
There's one player. character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not buying a PlayStation.
We'll
I'm
get
not
you
buying
one.
the game, so I'll never play the game. So
Here's
that's
Rhino's
that's
Patreon
my,
link, guys.
That's my point. Why do I have to miss out on such an awesome story if I can actually see it in a movie if I'm not going to play the game?
Because you're not going to get the story.
His point is that they're going to cut it up. If it's not going to be a trilogy, it's only going to be one movie. They can't tell that story. They'd butcher it.
No.
You're not going to get that story. Why do I have to fucking wait years or months for the last Evangelion movie to drop because I don't live in Japan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically, like when you
watch all the cutscenes. Somebody probably cut them together.
Yeah, they're all on
it's
YouTube.
hours.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there.
How many hours did you watch of The Mandalorian?
All of it.
Over how long?
Each week that it came out.
Okay.
About 40 minutes.
So if you wanted to, you could watch 40 minutes once a week and you'd eventually get through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Same as watching any show.
I need to finish that damn game.
I mean, what about all the people that watch the Snyder Cut based on each chapter that it was broken up into? You know, they'd watch to chapter 1, and they'd be like, all right, that's enough of me. I'm going to bed. I'll watch chapter 2 in the morning or whatever.
Pretty much.
Boom.
No one says you have to sit down here for 6.5 hours and watch it. You
There
can
it is.
Watch it at your own pace, however you want.
Just split it up. Yeah, split it up. Yeah, it'd be better.
I mean, who the fuck watches an entire season of 24 in one sitting?
Nobody. A goddamn legend, that's who.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone has, actually.
What's up, Ryan? What's up, man? Yeah, a fucking legend, that's who do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan says he does. I'm sure he watches.
Yeah.
He probably watches a full season of The Office in one sitting.
Yeah.
Ryan's on his fucking deathbed, so I don't believe a word he says. He's delirious. He's like seeing shit.
Well, that's why he
Damn.
doesn't sleep. That's why he doesn't sleep, because he's like, died and he's just
Like 17 clones. At least 17.
Yeah.
Trivia link is dropped in the chat again. 24 would take a whole day to watch it. 24 hours, you could watch a season in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, be less than that
when
because of the fucking commercial breaks.
When I first started watching The Office, I think there were like 5 seasons out, and I'm pretty sure in one sitting I did watch at least one season. So,
Oh, The Office is just like...
I didn't want to stop.
The Office is something else entirely. That's transcending beyond mortal comparison of how funny that show is.
Have you watching more of it, Rhino?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay.
I need to finish watching. I need to watch Justice League again, and I also want to watch. Not because it's like really interested me, but just because I actually want to watch it, just so that I can talk a bit about it. Is Falcon Winter Soldier? I watched the first episode, and I still got to watch the second episode, but I'm not like racing to go and see it.
Am I the only one who couldn't get to the first episode? Let me know in the chat, guys. Am I the only one who could
I
not
watched
get
it
through
with
the first
Rhino,
episode?
and I really liked the Winter Soldier stuff. The Falcon stuff I thought was just boring.
Oh, he's a boring character. Yeah, absolutely.
But see, it
And he
opens
killed
with
a
the
fuckload
Falcons.
of people at the start. Like me and Rhino were watching it, we're going, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, the body count keeps climbing. But like the Falcon, the Winter Soldier stuff sort of starts probably just before you jump, just after you jumped out, Jeff. So, yeah. I don't know. I really liked Winter Soldier's backstory and all
Cancel us,
that.
Ryan.
But
All the
Hashtag
Winter
cancel
Soldier
high
stuff was
ground.
good. Like the way it links back to his mates. He killed his mate's son all those years ago. And
yeah.
he's having all those flashbacks and shit like that. It's pretty interesting. But Falcon, I thought, was just stupid, man. Like the whole... I get the plot point. But the idea of the bank saying, no, we can't give the Falcon a loan. Like, are you serious? I can't get in. No, I can't buy that shit. Like, you cannot make an exception for a literal Avenger. Like, why didn't he just turn around and go, Thanos? Remember Thanos? Remember that purple motherfucker? Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Take away me. You ain't sitting there, bitch.
Yeah.
Give my sister her loan. And he should have gone up to his sister and said, stop being such a bitch and let me fucking help you.
No, she has to be a strong, capable woman. So,
Well, she's not capable because everything's falling apart around her.
pretty much. I mean,
And she's a
Another
woman.
example of why
When-
males are the dominant gender.
when has reality mattered to these people?
I was waiting for that.
Winter Soldier stuff was cool though.
Did anybody else in the chat stop not going to watch it because after WandaVision you're like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore?
I didn't
once kind of thing.
I didn't finish WandaVision. I'll at some point go and
Good for
watch
you.
like the 2 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier just to see, because I give everything a chance and just to see if like it at least pulls me in enough. I did like at least the one scene I saw. And I mean, I'm not an MCU fan, but I did like the scene where Winter Soldier flexes a bit when he says, you know, how he read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out. So I was like, that's my flex right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Winter Soldier stuff is good. The Falcon stuff is and the end was like the reveal of
the guy from Up.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Kurt Russell's son. Oh my god.
The guy from Up is Kurt Russell's son? No shit.
Yeah. That's Wyatt Russell. That's Kurt Russell's and Goldie Hawn's son, yes.
He looks like an old man, like that doesn't have his dentures in. That's what it looks like. It's fucking weird.
He looks horrible, and he's not an ugly guy.
Absolutely.
He's not an ugly guy. He's really good looking, and you made him ugly. How did you make that guy ugly?
Because he's white. Like, nah, I can't have him looking like that. He's too white, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Bucky should be fucking Cap. For real.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, even like with Endgame, is like Cap should have given the shield to Bucky. I'm like, not even an MCU fan, and I'm like, why didn't he give it to Winter Soldier?
If you were Bucky, wouldn't you be kind of offended and shitty? Like, dude, I mean, come on. You basically wanted to screw me the last movie. And all you to talk about me, and now you won't give me your fucking shield, dude?
I'm literally your oldest fan. You
I know,
fought
right?
to bring me back from being brainwashed, and I'm literally your oldest fan.
Well, about 10 years ago, that's what they did in the comics, right? Didn't they make Falcon Captain America?
Yeah, and it didn't sell. It didn't fucking sell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm just saying for the same reason. Hey, let's have a black Captain America.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they're doing.
They rushed it in the MCU because of virtual signaling. That's why they did it. So,
And if they gave it to Bucky, it kind of sets up like a whole redemption arc for him.
Yes.
Something pretty cool.
Get a whole more. We get more of the White Wolf stuff too. It'd be, but you know, they've proven they don't know what the fuck they're doing or what they're talking about. Like the comments from the director or the showrunner of WandaVision is like, "Who's Mephisto?" It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Just
like
jump
that
off a
one.
cliff. Fuck
That
off.
one producer on Superman Lives. Kevin Smith kept saying, he kept asking, "Who's Kal-El in the script here? Who's Kal-El?"
Oh, that is so fucking good. Though.
Yeah.
I went and watched that. I went and watched it, man. That is. I couldn't
That
believe how
documentary
funny
is
that
so good.
shit was, man.
Oh, I
Where's
haven't
the giant
seen the documentary
spiders?
yet. I need to
Okay,
see.
Where's the giant spiders at?
Who was asking who Kal-El?
Oh, I have it in
Hollywood
a magazine
producer.
from. Like,
Is it John Peters? Is that his name?
Maybe.
I think it's
I'll
John
have to look at
Peters.
the magazine.
I think it's John Peters.
Oh my god.
That is a bad. It's
Who's
such
Kal-El?
a fucking good. Why do you
That
keep
whole
saying
fucking-
Kal-El?
That whole hour and a half thing is just insanely funny, man. It's like, look, we can't have Superman flying. It looks ridiculous when Superman's flying. I don't want Superman
I
flying.
know.
They're like, what the fuck, dude? They're just they're like, what the fuck? And the way he lies on the ground, he goes, I don't read scripts. Tell me what's happening and I'll picture it. Superman needs polar bears. He needs polar bears.
You don't even have to like know that character that well to like. Superman fucking flies.
No, I don't want Superman flying. It looks ridiculous. Okay, where's the polar bears? Tell me more about the polar bears. What
John
are the
Peters.
polar bears?
It's John Peters. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who's John Peters?
Hollywood producer, motherfucker.
Right.
You know, like one of those motherfuckers that you have to like make him happy in order to get the movie greenlit.
Yes. Yeah. Where are the giant spiders at? Like,
And they got pretty far in that, as we talked about, like back in December on that one.
We went through 2 hours of like concept art and script stuff.
Well, I
like,
have that magazine that was talking about Chris Rock as Jimmy Olsen and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
And
Holy shit.
fucking Christopher Walken as Brainiac.
Yes.
And
I mean, I'm
Keaton
like a
returning as
brainiac. Yes, it was going to be fucking weird, man.
Weird.
It's weird, buddy. Yeah,
and all those photos of fucking Nicolas Cage in the Superman outfit as well. It's like, holy shit, dude! Like, you know what I loved in that photo?
I want to fucking see it.
The interviews with Tim Burton, and his house is just black.
It's just, I'm like, is there a black screen behind you? No, that's just your house. Okay, I can actually see artifacts behind you, but
and he's got like a fake skeleton sitting on his couch and shit. And he's wearing sunglasses inside his black house
with a black shirt and black hair. His like hair is black as night.
Yeah, he's a weirdo for sure.
Man, that would have been the fucking trippiest movie.
In some corner of the multiverse, it happened somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is an Earth out there where that movie actually fucking happened. Holy shit.
I mean, I know that like Nicolas Cage loves that fucking character. He named his son Kal-El for God's sake. But man,
and I'm pretty sure he actually owned an Action Comics #1 before it got stolen.
He
from his own house.
He did. Yeah. Yes, you're right.
What are you eating right now? Are you eating lollies?
Yeah. Redskin.
You know that? Wait. Oh, look at that, America. Ours are still called Redskins over here.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, that sucks.
You should sell them to America, Rhino. You probably get a bit of money off that.
Get your racist candy here.
Get your racist candy.
Right up.
Double text.
Is everybody on the panel and playing trivia? I did put the link in private chat.
I won't be. I'll be jumping off when you start.
Okay. That's why I was holding off for a bit.
I'll play, but I'm not guaranteeing that I will do well at all because, like I said, I didn't watch it.
It's only from the first hour and 10 minutes.
I know, but I'm saying last time I watched it was like when it was like one time, like so far one time viewing.
Night, Ryan.
Ryan, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better, man. Have a good night, Ryan. Have a good night.
He was like gonna die on the stream earlier, man. Like,
damn.
We're kind of like watching, going like, if we go for another hour, he might actually die. That would pull a lot of views.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, true.
Oh my god.
That would pull a lot of viewers. Watch.
What is the line from Dark Knight? You either live long enough to see yourself become a hero, or you're almost a villain or something like that. Yeah.
Either become the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Die a hero, live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah.
There it is.
What are we? Some kind of going to be a villain one day, squad?
What are we? Some kind of high ground?
It's just
definitely the high ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you make a video, Rhino, of you just eating lollies for like 3 minutes?
And then at the very end, go fuck off, Disney.
You want me to get different? I should get all different types of lollies that been cancelled. Like I should get fads. Remember fads?
Yeah.
Remember what? Say that again.
Okay.
Time.
Fads. I'll get a gay time. That's right, and I'll just do a video of just eating all the cancelled lollies. Fads was like this little box of like white sticks, right? And
he said sticks, not dicks, Mara. Calm down.
They had like a little red dot on the end, so kids would get them and pretend they were smoking with them.
Oh,
while
yeah.
they were eating.
You had candy cigarettes over there?
Or like a big boss. Did you ever have big bosses?
We had those. Yeah, we had stuff like that.
Like a big
We literally
cigar.
had a pack. It looked like a pack of cigarettes, but they were candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had two kinds. We had the kind that was like a hard candy.
Yeah.
But then there was one that was bubble gum in a wrapper with the powder, and you could go.
You could puff it out like smoke.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Our one's the little red dot that they put on the end to make it look like one end was lit.
Yeah.
They had to remove the red dot. They're not allowed to have the red dot anymore.
Red dots on guns, not on cigarettes. So,
I had the hard ones. So, but I at least right around where I live, they didn't sell the ones with the powder. That like looks like you're blowing smoke basically.
Yeah. And then you actually chew the gum and it has flavor for about 8 seconds, and then you spit it out and get a new cigarette. So
I'll do that. I'll get a red skin. I'll eat a red skin, and then I'll get a box of fads, and I'll just pretend that I'm smoking them, and then I'll eat those, and then I'll get a golden gay time, and I'll eat the golden gay time.
The only problem with that, Rhino, is you'll get fucking people like Lyndon in your comments and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Lyndon's
ASMR.
Yeah.
Can you hear me
I
going on these?
say this a lot, but I really don't. Rhino gets it, but I really don't think people understand. Lyndon actually watches that shit. Like he's probably watching it right now.
I can believe it. I believe it.
You get into a call with him and shit. You're like, "What are you doing, Lyndon? How you been, man?" And he's like,
I know.
Just watching Twitch.
I'm watching a
Twitch
stream,
and it's just like tabs, and he like bounces between all of them and shit. And like he'll be watching it and he'll be like, "Oh, this bitch is a cock tease," and then he'll like move on to the next one.
Fucking cock teasers.
He's fucked in the head, that guy, man.
Well, I blame him for my Twitch notifications now because of like the streams he rated after his Mario Kart streams.
And he'll be sitting there and be like,
keep talking like that. Yeah, don't take off your clothes. Yeah.
Oh god.
fat tits. Oh, whisper for me, bitch. Whisper for me. Very good.
He's not even in the chat to defend himself.
No.
Yeah, because he's fucking watching Twitch.
He's watching
Twitch.
Oh man,
it's like this is like the week we planned Rhino's wedding.
Oh yeah.
The week I wasn't here.
Yeah. Oh,
You like to what now?
Everyone gets a tracking fob at the door.
Yeah, we came up with a fantastic scenario, Rhino. You're welcome.
It was actually pretty funny. I laughed.
It was really fucking good. Yeah, it actually was. Yeah, we did a really good job. Steph helped out quite a bit. That was fun.
Well, she was all ready to send the invitations, pretty much at that.
Pretty much, yeah. I know. She's ready to go. She's like, here we go. Where do I put a map at? What are we doing? Yeah.
Oh yeah, eat that red skin.
oh yeah.
Holy
You'll
shit.
wake up one morning to like a lot of messages from Lyndon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just go and check this one out. Fat tits.
Oh, dude. He posts screen caps of the shit he's watching too. It's just like,
Constantly.
oh yeah, look at this one.
Constantly.
Fucking funny as fuck, man. It's like, oh yeah, look at her. Like, let me.
I'm just gonna bring one up. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I meet him talking in the background, we're talking about something. He's like, what are you doing? I watch a Twitch stream. I'm like, oh.
Like literally, while we're streaming as well, he'll just post a picture of some Twitch fight that he's watching.
During your fucking streams? Are you serious?
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
That was last night.
Oh my god. I went to watch the replay and it got blocked in my country by something. So.
Oh, it's been blocked worldwide. I'm fixing it now.
Okay, awesome. I can't wait to watch it.
I think you guys need to like pull your funds together and get him a prostitute or something so he loses his virginity and he stops watching Twitch.
I like Lyndon as a virgin.
Shit, you probably pool less money and get a Twitch thought.
Are you trying to get him to 40 years old and still a virgin so that way you can actually say a 40-year-old virgin?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that just says "me happy now."
Me happy now. That's this one.
Yeah, the caption. The message he put with that is "me happy now."
Oh my god, Lyndon, you know there are websites out there where they don't have clothes.
We're just full exposing Lyndon at the moment.
Hey, he's allowed to like what he likes.
Hey, yeah,
for sure.
We don't shame him. We
Absolutely.
don't shame him for it at all. In
Hell
fact,
no.
I'd say he's probably the happiest of the three of us, and maybe this is the key reason why.
Simp.
Lyndon's really close to monetization hours too, isn't he? He's really close.
Yeah, he's when he last checked, it was 60 hours, but it takes a while to update.
It does.
It takes a while to update, so he might see it either really
It'll
close
be in the next
or
day
right
or
on the
two.
nose by tomorrow. So
Yep.
That's awesome. Hey, Rhino, you've been approved. You're going through the approval
Process
right
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It's in review.
Once you're approved, hold your first monetization stream we'll get people to send you super chats so you can buy a fucking PS4 and stop.
There you go.
And watch Ghosts of Tsushima. Yeah.
I gotta finish that fucking game.
I need to buy other things before I buy a PlayStation. And I'll be buying an Xbox before I buy a PlayStation.
Why?
Oh, good fucking luck finding. Oh no, I think they're easier to get than PlayStations at the
No,
moment.
I'm just saying, like, I've got a fucking shit old Xbox that I need to update.
I hear you on that, man. My PlayStation 4 is Gen 1 PlayStation 4, and I bought it pre-owned in like 2015, 2016.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yours will be on its last legs.
Mine was 2015. Yeah.
Mine's a fucking jet engine when you turn it on.
Oh, man, this thing gets so hot.
Is that the PlayStation startup? Oh, no, wait, it's going to melt.
It gets that hot.
I at least bought my PS4 in like 2019, so it's still pretty new, like new enough that I'm for a while. So
yeah, and on all these new games, like it can't keep up. It gets all pixelated in times, and I need to get a new Xbox. So the new Xbox, squad. I need to get a green screen, but I'm just getting a green sheet, I think. But
some kind of green screen.
Oh, you.
What are we? Some kind of island of dicks? That line for the trailer's cringy as fuck. It's just like really good. They're trying to tell you their sources, Rhino.
Yeah,
what they found out.
Oh, you got more information for me.
That's
what it is.
Just like that scene. If they had ended that joke with Bloodsport saying like eat a bag of dicks, would have worked. Would have worked.
That's it. Just drop it. Yeah. Yep.
But they kept going.
He dragged it out. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know when to end the joke. That's the problem I have with a lot of comedies nowadays. They don't know when to end it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off.
Thanks for hanging, Lethal. Me. Yeah, man. I always love having y'all, man.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
I look forward to arguing with you next week, Rhino.
Thanks for the debate.
I felt our OnlyFans argument was a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with that. But you only really believe that because you won that argument because you shut me down right at the end. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I look forward to arguing with you next week. I'm sure we'll find something to argue about.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's fun to watch.
And yeah, Tim, always good seeing Tim.
Yeah, you too.
I don't acknowledge women. No, Mara's good. You're good people, Mara.
Yeah.
She's not a woman, that's why.
Yeah.
And
that was weird.
Chat,
yeah.
You're all beautiful, amazing, lovely, sexy, fantastic, immaculate, gorgeous, fabulous
weird
people. And I love you all. All right, see you, everyone.
See you later.
Tim, before I go, say the line, Tim.
Fat tits and juicy ass.
Fat tits and juicy ass.
I know the line. See,
some kind of fat tits.
And when he was talking about Jaina is going to say the line earlier, and that's the line. So I spoiled a Star Wars book for you.
Hell yeah! If we want to read even more now, they'd say fat tits in it. So yeah, for sure.
That'll be the new Star Wars that they say that.
They won't say fat tits. That'd be offensive. They'd be like,
oh yeah, fat tits on a
fat
trans woman. Yeah.
Yes, there. Fat trans tits. That's it. Oh my god! Is everybody in the trivia?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah, I've wetted my gullet, so I'm ready to read. So
very nice. I'm not sure if everybody's in. Let me check that. Let me check it. I'm running it this time, guys. So just
I was going to say, are you controlling? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Bear with me.
You are the controller.
I am the controlling motherfucker. Let's see if people are in. I'm trying to see if I can see if people are in or not. And I don't know how to do team trivia, so I apologize, guys. I don't know how to fucking do it. So when I learn, I will do it again. Yes,
it says I'm in Team Batman.
Okay, well, yeah,
up in the top corner, but that's from when we
played. It will keep you in the same. It will keep you in the same team if you already had one on.
Yeah.
I really fucking don't know how to do it. So once I figure it out, I'll do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it off. Yeah.
Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 1.
It's part 1 too. I mean, like Tim messaged me this morning. He's like, I think we should do this in more parts because this is fucking long, and I've got 15 questions from 1 hour already. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it. Where was that hour cut off at when you stopped? Where were you at exactly in the movie?
I don't remember.
One of those scenes.
Yeah, the last question will tell us where I was at because I cut it off as soon as I came up with that question and answer.
Don't forget, chat. This is Tim's questions this week, so you can yell at him. So,
Fuck these questions.
Or congratulate me, whichever. Compliment me.
Yeah, I think he did pretty good. It's not going to get a lot of fuck you guys kind of thing. Maybe a couple. I think you might get a couple.
There's probably one.
Yeah. There's at least one for sure where you're like, fuck you.
And there's only like one joke answer, and you'll know it when you see it. So
yeah.
I didn't want to do overkill on the joke answers.
If I would have had more time, I would have put joke answers in.
Just before we start, I was thinking for my monetization stream. I'm hoping, of course, I do become monetized. But I was hoping for that stream, my casual rage stream, because that'll be the monetization sort of celebration stream. I think all in one because I can only really do one stream a week. I was thinking of like not really going through all different topics and stuff from the week. I was going to go back and I was just going to talk about different movies that we love and go into all of that sort of thing. Make it like, a fun sort of conversation as opposed to, oh, this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible. So I was thinking about doing that. I don't know why I brought that up, but yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm kind of hoping you're monetized before a casual rage this week.
That'd be good.
Yeah. That's I'm hoping that. And Lennon's close too, so I need to put Lennon's link in the chat so we can get him up to that point. Yes. So 33 people watching, please hit the like button. I do appreciate that. That does help us
out.
Well,
I got it ready to go.
YouTube's stupid fucking algorithm, so yeah. But all right, we're gonna start. This is Tim's 15 questions tonight, so we can talk more afterwards. So yeah.
15.
Only 15 questions. Calm the farm down.
Okay, here's the countdown.
Alrighty, don't forget I've downloaded a couple times, so don't blame me for it.
Question 1. What is the first utterance in the film?
I read this question, I'm like...
This is a gimme, so...
I was like, oh yeah. Tits. That's not... Oh, yeah. Maybe.
It's yeah.
It is.
But
yeah. Death cry. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, most people are going to get that right. So yeah, but it was nice that people did not. I was like, okay, I'm surprised. I was watching the percentages go up and down. I'm like, wait a minute, people are going to pick that one? Yes, Gaffer's dog. Henry Cavill's orgasm noise.
I guess I'm
somewhere Anna just exploded.
Yeah.
Or like if that bar fell on his balls in that clip going around today.
So we got Jack of all casuals in first place, Jims in second, Hyperspace Rhino in third place. Hyperspace Rhino. Oh yeah. So we got a lot of people in the running now already. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but all right, is everybody for the next question?
20 people playing. That's good.
Hold on.
Tell your friends, everyone.
Sorry.
We do trivia every week.
Go ahead.
What newspaper flies past the camera in the opening sequence?
I didn't remember this until I read the answer. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'm just, like I said, I've only seen this once. I wasn't really paying attention to these details.
Well, I guess
based on I know the papers.
Yeah.
It's the planet.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I was like, it's got to be the planet because it's it's in Metropolis technically.
Yeah, I don't think Gotham Globe is a real thing. So
unless a bum carried a Gotham newspaper across
Gotham
the
Globetrotters.
Well, we have newspapers named Globe in the States, but
it's because Gotham City Gazette, the Gotham Gazette is the actual one, correct, Tim?
Yeah, like that right there. That's the Gazette.
Yeah. Show that again.
I used to play cassettes.
Yeah. Cassettes. Where did this come from? I used to play cassettes. Okay.
Making a joke because he said
Okay,
gazettes.
I get it.
Boom.
Question number 3.
For how many days had Choppers been grounded in the village according to the man reading the card, the business card? He was speaking Icelandic.
Vain. Soundwave does have cassettes.
I'm just guessing. Jesus.
I don't remember.
Bruce Vane?
Bruce Vane. Assault on intelligence? But poor, not stupid.
I can't remember the answer to this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the majority picked B, 7. The correct answer is actually A, 6.
Ah.
It's 6. 4 people got that right.
Nah.
4 people.
I went with 7.
Transracial orc.
4 people got that right. Hyperspace Rhino in first place. Runner in second. Jims in third. Is that Jim and the holograms there in the third?
Is Hyperspace Rhino?
No.
I was going to say, I'm amazed.
Raging Rhino's Rhino. I think that might be Daniel. If there's no...
I'm guessing. Okay.
I think it is. It's got to be.
Okay, next question.
Where's Blake there? Where's Blake?
What was the police commander's reason for not having the sniper take out the terrorist in the window?
What? Did Tim forget how to spell 12? Probably not. I'm happy to say.
There were kids.
No, when you go above the number 10, you no longer spell it out and you use the number. That's
correct.
The grammatical rule.
Yeah, so the correct answer is they had kids in the building. Mm-hmm. Kids. They didn't say fuck them kids like Darkseid did. They like actually, cared about the kids.
Yeah.
So fuck them kids. That's Picard. What are you doing on my fucking bridge, kid? The fuck out of here.
Wonder Woman went, fuck those cops, because she blew the whole building apart.
I love
and
it.
debris went everywhere, no doubt injuring people.
That was so precious. Runner in first place now. Hyperspace Rhino in second. Michael T in third. Jedi Luki in fourth. And Jim's in fifth place. Runner.
That was a little overboard once you the last guy, because I'm like, you could have just gone up, real fast and just stopped him from loading.
Yeah.
But he did what he was going to kill himself anyway with the bomb, so I don't care.
Well, I mean,
but the debris and everything blowing up the building, really, was that necessary? I don't think so.
Yeah, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Kill those fucks.
It was sacrificing
kill people.
Sort of legitimate storytelling for a shot.
Question 5.
According to Hippolyta, how long had the mother box been asleep?
According to our queen.
Yes, there's only 10 more questions.
Feed me, Seymour, and I'll give you sources.
It took a while for that question to pop up for me.
Shit. Is it the first age?
First age.
Fuck, I got it wrong.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Most people picked for millennia.
Yeah, that's the one I picked.
See, I remember her
Larson.
First age. So.
Debris Larson in the chat. Blake. That's funny. Hyperspace Rhino is now back in first. Second is Runner. Third is Mara. So Mara's coming. Whose mother's box has been asleep in comfort stock? Question number 6.
Oh my god, Eric, shut up.
What did Steppenwolf call Hippolyta before he took the mother box?
Bitch.
And I avoided a joke answer on this one, so I'm proud of myself.
Fuck off, you cunt.
Oh, God, I can't remember.
One of your answers has been, you goddamn woman.
Mm-hmm. Can't remember.
Am I the only one who actually felt a little bit bad for Steppenwolf in this movie?
Yeah.
A little bit.
They made him very sympathetic, in my opinion. I think so. It's actually Noble Queen.
Oh, I actually remembered that.
Noble Queen.
Dude, Steppenwolf in this movie is so fucking good compared to theatrical.
Oh man, that was bad in the theatrical.
He is so good in this. He's actually a threat. I feel like there's actually stakes. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And he doesn't look like shit.
Hyperspace Rhino in first, Jadaluki in second, Marjade in third.
Oh,
Question number 7. They have information.
How long had it been since the fire had burned? There's a lot of like time questions with the Amazons, right?
Oh shit! Sorry question. Amazons are one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh, it's not going to be the same as that other answer, is it?
No.
I don't know.
You can't ask those questions. Majority guessed B, and it's correct. It's B.
Nice.
That's just fucking retarded.
I just knew it wasn't since the first age.
It's you two. You're putting me off. Yes, I'll mute myself soon so you can tell me your bullshit fucking story.
They want to talk about Star Wars.
They want to talk about Sebastian Stan Rhino as Luke Skywalker, so just get ready. Next question.
When Steppenwolf was glad it was toxic, what was he referring to?
Oh, please someone pick C.
Please.
That was the joke answer.
Please, and we'll explain why it's not. Majority picked B, Chernobyl. That is correct. It was
Someone
Chernobyl.
picked C. Thanks, Stunning and Brave Megatron. I knew it was him without even...
Does he have a C strap tonight, I wonder? Oh my god. So yeah, Hyperspace Rhino in first place, Jadaluki in second, Michael T in third, Mara in fourth, Destros Eyebrows in fifth place. Destros Eyebrows. Very nice. I like that. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Question number 9.
Show her the darkness. Finish the sentence.
I didn't even fucking remember this, Tim. I've seen the movie 3 times.
They're all plausible, you know.
The third viewing was Justice is Gray, by the way. And I almost prefer it that way. Really.
I don't know. I'm completely guessing right now.
So, majority picked B, as only you can. But the correct answer is actually A, before the daylight of history.
Fuck.
Off Disney. Oh, I finished the quote. Is that not a trivia question?
Yeah.
Hyperspace Rhino in first place, Jedi in second, Michael T in third. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Marjade in fourth, and Steven now back in fifth place. Steven retweets a lot of my stuff on Twitter when I do Restore the Snyderverse. So, Steven, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. Question number 10.
What was the misplaced mother box labeled as by Department of Defense? The misplaced.
Misplaced.
Oh, I think I guessed this fucking wrong. I looked at the number, and I was like, "Oh, that." I'm like, "Oh shit."
So majority picked A. And it is A. It's correct. Yes.
Yeah, I saw the number and I'm like, oh fuck. And I picked B.
Thanks, Steven.
0, 0, 0. Destruct. 0.
Yeah.
All 1s and 0s, baby. Hyperspace Rhino, Jedi Steven is now in third place. Look at that. Where's Rhino at?
I'm third last.
Oh, yeah, you are. Michael T in fourth, and Lord Vader now in fifth place. Nice, Lord Vader. Very nice. Or on Twitter, he's now known as Lord Darkside.
Yeah.
He's Lord Darkside on Twitter. I like that. Question 11.
5 more, 4 more, 5 more. What did Volko call Arthur?
Michael T. Did anybody else prefer Volko and the way the Amazons looked in this versus the Aquaman solo?
One.
Oh, shit.
You did son of a human mother, didn't you?
Yeah. I saw the C's at the end. I'm like, oh, that's the quote. And like, no, it's D. Fuck.
It is D, son of a human father and queen of the seas. That is correct. I really kind of, I don't know about you, Mara, when I watched this, I'm like, why didn't they keep those designs and that look And I kind of like how the Atlanteans kind of had a language where they chittered at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because if they were talking to each other underwater, wouldn't somebody eventually hear it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Steven jumps into second. Jedi looking in third now, and Hyperspace Rhino continuing first place. Who's Hyperspace Rhino? Is that
Is it Blake or
It's gotta be
Daniel?
Blake because I think Rhino's Bane is usually what Daniel is.
Yeah, but is Daniel not here?
He was.
He was in the chat earlier. He was earlier. Yeah. Yep.
They both
next.
do pretty good at trivia, so that doesn't give them
Very nice. Yeah. Oh, they do. They really do. Yep. Now, question 12.
How long did Diana claim it took her to disable the security on Bruce's building?
That's one of those things that they reshot for Justice League to say a different line, and why? It makes no fucking sense to reshoot that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just wanted his stamp on the whole fucking movie, to be honest.
Yeah. So many minutes had to be his. Or
yeah,
something.
Yeah. And the majority picked A, almost a minute. That's the correct answer. And it's also how long Joss Whedon lasts in bed. Almost.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the one line I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Our top three have not changed. So yeah, but you guys are doing good. Good on this one.
The
good questions, Tim.
One's coming up though. Yeah.
Yep. Question 13.
What do the mother boxes do?
Besides butt sex, what do they do? What do your mother's boxes do?
What's A?
The channel?
Was that on the spreadsheet?
Yeah. I think so.
I have no idea what that is.
Majority picked C, and that's the correct answer. It is form Unity, cleanse planet with fire, and transport it into a copy of the enemy's world.
That must have been from an old one that I didn't erase or something.
Maybe.
But I don't even know what that word means. So.
Channel. This is fun to say, channel.
Cop thief.
It's like moist. Channel. Channel is the new moist, guys. Remember that here. Mara in fifth, Lord Vader in fourth, Steven in third, Jedi Luki in second, Hyperspace Rhino in first place. And next question time. We were 2 away, so 14 here.
All right. Where is the truck driver's burger from?
So I fucking saw this question like, hey, that's a me or Greg question. They're gonna hate it for this.
I'm just guessing, like I said. Right.
Oh shit! Jedi Luki says Channel was the movie in Seinfeld. Remember?
Oh, that must have been from a Seinfeld trivia or something.
Majority by not much picked C, Big Belly Burger, but no, it's actually D, Burger Shop. Big Belly Burger is actually in Quentin Tarantino's. That's his franchise.
Oh, and it's in DC Comics too.
I'm thinking of Big Kahuna. I'm sorry, Big Belly is DC Comics. That's correct. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Five Guys is a real one, and Super is just something I made up. But you had to pause it to see it because it falls on the floorboard.
Yeah.
And even it's partially obscured. So
when you're asking an Australian to pay attention to a fucking piece of rubbish.
What do you mean a piece of rubbish?
In a movie about a burger.
You're from Victoria, so it's kind of natural for you, I thought.
True. I like that. Steven in fifth, Mara in fourth, Lord Vader in third now. Hyperspace Rhino has dropped to second, and Jedi Luki has took first place. And Alex McCarthy said, best Seinfeld movie is Death Blow. I agree with that.
This is the last
and
question,
last question. Yes, it is.
According to the sign, what is the population of Central City? It's on the screen for a long time.
It kind of is, yeah.
And I didn't put these close together. I hate when that happens.
I know.
Because it's like, well, which one is it?
I know.
And that's...
So majority pick D. And that's right. It's D. Go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
That's where the trivia ended, when he saves her and then he goes back into the pet shop. That's where I stopped the movie. So That was a whole hour and 10 minutes into the movie, by the way.
I fucking love that scene so much. I really do.
It's pretty good.
Trey says he's out of here. So Trey, thanks for hanging out, man. Always love seeing the chat. Appreciate you being here, man. We'll see you soon. But yeah, so the overall winner is Jedi Luki by not very much. Let's put it that way. Hyperspace Rhino in second place is so close to Lord Vader in third, Mara Jade in fourth, and K-Man in fifth place. K-Man came out of nowhere to take fifth place. So yeah, look at that. And Raging Rhino down there in 16th place.
Yep. That's right.
I'm actually really surprised I even made it into the top 10. So.
Nice job, Mara.
Yep.
I know, Jack. I saw that shit, and it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Wait, what scene? When he rescues her?
Yes, because he plays with her hair, and they don't remember that they had that connection instantly when they run into each other when they're going to the store. And you believe that. ZACK sells it really well. The actors sell it well in the scene. Yeah. Oh, dude, Schnitzelmeiser says the scene with the suspended sausage was epic. I liked Friday Night Tides version of that, too, where Ryan eats the hot dog. It's flying through the air. That was good. But yeah, congratulations to Jedi Luki. He ain't wrong. I thought you guys were going to put what's the number on the helicopter. Yeah, that would have been a Jeff question, by the way. You know that for sure. You know that. You know that shit. Oh. Yeah, if JWs call that creepy, no wonder they don't get dates. That is correct. That's why they are all childless weirdos. Childless weirdos. Oh, that's correct.
Yes. All right, it's cat feeding time. I'll be right back.
Did he say caffeine or cat feeding?
Cat feeding.
Okay. It sounded the same to me. Samsonite. That was so close.
I figured you were Fat Tits, Sunny and Brave Megatron. That's like just...
I kind of thought so too, yeah. Hey, nice job, Blake. Nice job, dude. Nice job. He's Hyperspace Rhino, man. Nice job. Nice job. Imagine if the helicopter had Darkseid's name on it. Yeah. I know, right? Look, he even put it in the fucking chat. TF-9AH. He fucking memorized it because he thought it was going to be a question.
Yeah. Probably like wrote it down. Like, okay, like
most likely.
What would you possibly ask?
That asshole Jeff will ask this question, I'm sure. That's what he wrote down, yeah. Yeah. Nice job. Nice job. Yeah, 5th place for not bad for watching the movie once and guessing most questions. Good quiz. Thank you very much for that. Tim, thank you for making this report. I appreciate it very much. It's fun to make these, isn't it? To kind of skip through and like figure out stuff to do. I do like doing that. I do.
Yep.
So I'm guessing next week we're going to try to stretch it out a little longer to maybe like 20 questions or something like that. Maybe 25. Because we want to try doing like 3 parts if we can condense them down, but it's a long movie. So there's a lot of questions you could pull. You could go back and make Zack Snyder's Justice League trivia for like 2 years.
Yeah,
there's so much to do. There's so much. We're gonna try to get through it for 3 parts, and then so we can get to the VSQ stuff. So,
Yep.
Yes. There's a lot of criticism, Lord Vader, for that. There's a lot, but there's a lot of explanation in the film for it as well too. So people just don't pay attention, apparently. So. Congrats again, Jedi Luki. Congrats, man. But yeah, it's literally in the film they talk about it. That's why they're not just going to worlds in our universe; they're going to worlds across the multiverse. Like they're all throughout the multiverse, going through each world, conquering. It's not just one. They want the Anti-Light to control the multiverse. So yeah. I will say, if you guys haven't watched the Justice is Gray edition, it's kind of worth it. And I'm sure Mara will back me up on this, but all the stuff we've seen from Zack in the last 3 years has been black and white anyway, so it just kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next. Okay.
Yeah, so Jack Law Cats for $1.09 says, which movie series for trivia is next, guys? So we're doing 3 parts. We're going to try to condense Justice League to 3 parts for the next. So 2 more weeks of this, and then we're going to go to the View Askew stuff with Kevin Smith, like the early stuff. We're going to do Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Clerks 2. So yes. And I believe Blake is already writing the Dogma trivia right now. So that'll be a big help.
Is Clerks first, or are you going in order of his movie releases?
Yeah, I'm going to do it in the release. So Clerks will be first, yes. Okay. Yes. Such a fucking good movie too. I watched it again like a couple weeks ago, and watched Clerks 1 right after it, and I was like, wow, that's a great like series of films. Yeah. And John Beck, I'm sorry I missed this earlier. $5 says the mother boxes rearrange everything to their liking, regardless of the suffering. They're aptly named. That is correct. They are very much so.
That's hilarious.
I know. I love the explanation of mother boxes being change machines as well. That whole scene, which was re-fucking shot, all of it. Mara, were you watching the film and how many times were you baffled when they cut things out? You're like, that would have made sense. That would make that make sense. Just yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot. Like, I was like watching the movie, and while like there was still some lines in there that were still kind of cringe to me. I don't like Batman saying "I'm rich" when he's like asked about his superpowers, things like that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, why did you like for example, like when Bruce Wayne is in Barry Allen's lair, so to speak, and in the Zack Snyder cut, it's like a skull on screen. But then in the Joss Whedon cut, he had a superimposed K-pop on it. Like, what was the point? Like, why was the skull too scary? It's like a skull on a neon pink screen. So it's like what was the point of doing that?
It makes no sense.
I don't know.
I guess that maybe confirms Joss is a Twitter. He has probably an alt account for a Twitter stand for a K-pop group, most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah. Those, by the way, those are the worst people on Twitter.
Oh, God,
all they do is post like K-pop videos, and you're fucking like, get out of here.
Yeah. Oh God, those K-pop fan cams. I'm like, oh my God, really?
Leave me alone with fan cams, please. It's so funny too. You like, okay, so when the Restored Snyderverse was trending, of course they had to hide it for a while when Falcon Winter Soldier dropped. You click on Falcon Winter Soldier episode, whatever the tag is for it. You scroll through it, it's just like 99% stan accounts with no real person's face or name, nothing. It's all like that character in the bio and their picture on the bio. It's like, you're not a real fucking fan. You're just some idiot who likes this character for that. And of course, they're all talking about the scene where Bucky and they're all rolling in the grass and almost homosexual-like or whatever. Because it's a screenshot, you can do that. It doesn't work the way. Doesn't work. I actually watched the scene they're talking about. It's not. No. People were like, "Oh my God, they're gonna make him gay." No, they're not.
Yeah, they're most likely paid bot accounts. Like, I would not be surprised if Disney paid for all those just so, like to get that.
Yeah,
I agree. Absolutely, Mara. I agree 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
But I say it's like $2.19 for me. Like I said, I'm genuinely surprised I made it into the top 10. But I will try to watch it. You're doing it in 3 parts, so I imagine the next trivia will be like parts like 2 and 3, roughly.
Probably, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'll try to watch those before next Saturday and go from there.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mara, for joining us tonight. I do appreciate hanging out as always.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'll drop your link in the chat too.
Helping us keep Lethal and Rhino in line. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can beat me up anytime, Mara.
There it is.
The thing is, like, he has that like on record. So like when it does happen, like not that he would actually do this, so he cannot complain at all.
I'm not backing down.
Yeah, there you go.
Just know that my safe word is pineapple.
Is that from Little Nicky? Is that a Little Nicky reference?
No, it's just my safe word.
His safe word. His safe word is neck time.
You mean neck minute?
Neck minute. Yeah, neck minute.
Neck minute.
Neck minute.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Mark, for hanging out. I appreciate you being here tonight, always.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'll try to watch those 2 parts. Next weekend is Easter weekend, but I will definitely be able to come on.
Cool. We'll try to get to trivia earlier next week, too.
Yeah.
So I apologize, yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
we won't talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, well, we probably would have gone to like instance if not for the 10-minute long explanation of why he could not do another character in Ghost of Tsushima. Pretty much.
I know. It'll happen again, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
all you have to do is mention something in the certain universe, and
True.
Yeah, get that tangent going. So
did somebody say Star Wars?
Yes,
just talking about.
What did you say? Did you say some universe?
Yeah. Oh, I love Liquid Blake's meme. That is like perfect.
It's fantastic. It really is.
The picture of like Rhino's face on it, like perfect.
I think I retweeted, so it's really great. It's fucking great. Fantastic, man. Literally go to Twitter and my notifications are like 25 notifications.
If you haven't seen it, yeah.
It's just, really, really good.
Here it is.
Even Daniel's like, you made it, well done.
I'm gonna go Shinichi. I just wanted he's gonna show the meme if you guys haven't seen it yet on Twitter.
Ah, awesome.
Yes.
Coming out of a rhino. How funny is that? Like, it's perfect.
He's getting birthed by a rhino.
Somebody say Star Wars? Gold. Absolute gold.
Jesus.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. So if you're on Twitter, go like that meme.
It's so good.
But yep. So good night. It's 2:30.
Good night, Mara.
Good night, Mara.
Have a good one. We got a $5 super chat from Melissa Lord. Says, good trivia. Still want to school you on Monster Squad, though. It'll be good. I'll be good on the Clerks trivia. I've seen that enough, I think. LOL. It's funny that you mentioned that, too, because I'm pretty sure, even though we did it last year, I think we're going to do it again this year for Monster Squad. I think we should just make that a yearly viewing for the 31 Days of Halloween and try to get Andre on again.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him advertising he's going on some other show this week, so he's a good guy about that. So.
Yes, he really is. That was a really fun stream. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Steph got to hang out and join us with that.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
'cause, yeah, she's a big fan, too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. But yeah.
And, he talked about Star Wars for a long time on that stream.
He kind of did.
That was really interesting.
Which is nice.
And then when he made that comment kind of bashing, the Disney trilogy, I was like, yeah, like literal fist pump. So
that was great. It was great. It was. It really was. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. It just goes to show, like, you see a lot of people out there that have disliked Star Wars for a very long time now. And again, it's kind of like, who is this being made for? Like, you want new fans or whatever. However that works. I don't really get the whole narrative with that, trying to find new fans. Dude, if these people were interested in Star Wars, they would have been interested in Star Wars when Star Wars has been around a long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
If there's people out there that aren't interested in Star Wars and that's the audience that you want, why? They're not interested in Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's timeless. You don't have to change anything to get people interested in it. I'm sorry. It's because that's what they want. That's what the people creating it want, not what the general audience
It's the same thing
want.
with Star Trek. It's the same thing with Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't a Star Trek fan before, nothing, no matter how many changes they make, isn't going to make a person a Star Trek fan. They've basically tried to make it into like these sitcom dramas in fucking space.
Yep.
And that's not what they were. It's I don't understand. Like, if you want to do that, if you want to try and find an audience, then make a whole new fucking thing.
Yeah.
Do a in space drama fucking thing where people can go and cry.
Mm-hmm.
And have their emotional.
Well, what's funny is they have, and they utterly failed as they should. There have been dog shit original science fiction shows. So then they're like, well, that doesn't work. We'll just try it with Star Trek, and at least the people that just consume will take it anyway. And that's what's happening. Enough people are doing that, which sucks.
To think that you can't get an emotional connection
to it, yeah.
But to think that you can't find a connection to these characters. I mean, look at the Wrath of Khan, right? That Star Trek movie and how that ends, right? Are you telling me that nobody can connect with having such a friendship with somebody that losing them like that the emotion that comes from all of that. You know, again, with Luke Skywalker, are you telling me that there aren't women out there or black people out there or whatever minority you want to talk about out there can't connect with Luke Skywalker because he's white or male or whatever?
There are, though. Yeah, and there are, because 2 examples here, and I don't think they'd mind us using them. You got Alora, a Native American woman, and you've got Abu Naz, a man of African descent. Yeah, yep. And guess who their favorite character is?
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker.
Exactly.
So
I've said it before in previous streams, I was a chubby kid a little bit, and I did not have to see myself on screen. Why isn't Luke Skywalker like me? Who cares? Same with Han Solo. I didn't care. I love Princess Leia.
It's because it's not about
seeing myself on stream.
It's because it's not about the physical appearance. When we watch shows, it was more about that emotional connection that you've got to that character's personality and their motivations to actually do certain things.
And what they represent. Yeah.
And what they represent. That's right. You know, whereas the physical appearance, it didn't matter. You could connect with these characters in any way, shape, or form. And to think now that you've got to see yourself on screen, like, what is this? Where does this come from? Because it's never been a thing before. I mean, you don't even have to bring it down to something as deep as Star Wars or Star Trek or even in those sci-fi or fantasy genres. You can go something like fucking, Training Day. You think you can't get an emotional connection and some sort of connection to that story? Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking story. There's no, and that's a really good example because it's, you know, the black neighborhood. You've got the, you know, it's very much a diverse kind of movie.
Absolutely.
And it does it really, really well and tells the story really well. And a lot of people can connect with these 2 characters in some way, shape, or form and their motivations for what they're doing. They might not represent something like hope or, you know, like Luke Skywalker can. A character like that, you know, that actually makes, and this is why people did get so pissed off about Star Wars in a sense, is because, you know, for me, there was actually a connection to it to the point where it actually did affect my life. Now, what they're actually doing in the sequels affects that story to the point now where, like, it feels like it's, you know, this is what has motivated me or this is what has helped me in certain periods of my life and actually got me through it. It sounds ridiculous because it's just it's a sci-fi movie, fantasy sci-fi movie, right? You think, okay, how does that affect someone in their life? But it did. I viewed it in a way where I could actually go, okay, that's me, right? And and without actually intending it, you know, I did see myself in that character. And I'm talking about Anakin Skywalker, right? Anakin turning to the dark side, going to a very dark place and then redeeming himself, right? Just that arc there is what I connected with on a very, very personal level. Yeah, and now by default they've fucked that story, which now it sort of attacks my I don't even know how to word this properly. I was going to say integrity, but that's not right. I don't know. It's stupid. Just because they want to show, you know, these characters, you know, oh, you better make sure they're a fat character. You know, there's plenty of fat people that watch our show. You better make them fat. Like, what?
Right.
Obesely challenged.
What does that have to do with anything? A big dude or a big woman can still connect with a skinny male or a skinny female or a whatever. Like, I don't know. Stupid. Yeah. Stupidity.
It's true. It's true. Melissa Lore for $2 says, I love Luke and Leia, but I can only identify with Leia. I mean, that's how many women do you guys know a lot of women that like Star Wars in general?
Not a lot, but I do
know. Not a lot.
Women.
I know some.
Yeah.
Okay, who's their favorite character?
Well,
Han
it depends. I've known some to have. Yeah, I've known some to have.
I know a lot that are fans of Han Solo and Luke.
I've known some to be big fans of Luke Skywalker. Yeah. I've known some to be big fans of Anakin Skywalker. I've known some to be big fans of Leia.
Thanks, Melissa.
like this is the thing though about Star Wars is, you know, okay, yes, you can probably pick out a favorite character if you got asked, but there's so many good characters that it's like, okay, you know, you've got maybe for me it goes Anakin, Luke, Han, Leia. That would probably be. Oh no! Sorry, let me take it back. You got Obi-Wan. I mean, sorry, Anakin, Luke, Obi-Wan, Han, Yoda, Leia. That's probably it out of the main ones, right? But they're all very close to each other. It's like I can see, I can get a connection with Leia. I can get a connection with these characters, but it's all a genuine connection. That's the thing, because they've got the proper motivations, and they're the motivations that would probably push me through those moments as well if I was put in those scenarios. So it's anyway. No,
I know
women.
The female fans I know that are Star Wars fans are Luke Skywalker fans. They love Luke, and I don't not one time heard them bitch and moan. Well, I don't see myself on screen, so I don't like it. That is something that has just happened in the last few years because
R2.
That's what they're being taught in school.
Man,
I know.
I would actually have to sit down and actually write down my list of favorite to least favorite characters because Tim F has just written R2 in there, and I'm like,
I know.
fuck,
I saw that too.
Yeah, higher on the list as well.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm like, yeah.
You can't see yourself in that little trash can. Come on, Rhino.
Well, it's the same thing with Vader. My favorite character has always been Vader.
Now. Of course, I can.
And I don't have prosthetics and an armor keeps me alive. I still like Vader.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of attachments R2 can add, so.
Oh, I didn't even add Palpatine in there. Palpatine.
They like to buzz.
Oh, what a great character!
Attachments.
Man, Palpatine just is a character in itself. Like, you don't have to have a connection with that character, but you can see what he's doing. You can see the manipulation that he's doing, and it's intriguing. And no matter whether or not you're a male or a female, you can see what's going on and go, whoa, that's pretty incredible. Like, I remember introducing this to my mate, introducing him to Star Wars. He'd never watched Star Wars, and I got him into it. And it was through the animated stuff. It was through the Clone Wars and everything. Okay. But I still got him into it, and he was still really liked it.
Got him.
And it was just his reaction to knowing that Palpatine was playing both sides. He was like, whoa. And then that even hooked him even more. It was like, this is incredible. This is actually deeper than just and what they're turning it into. You know, in that era when Star Wars first came out, there were other studios and stuff trying to do these space movies, space sci-fi movies.
They wanted to capitalize on it, though.
And they wanted to capitalize on it, but nothing hit like Star Wars did because Star Wars was deep and it created a very deep lore and deep understanding very early on. Right, whereas these other ones didn't so much, and that's what hooks you. That's those things that actually hook you. And what they're doing to Star Wars now is what those other studios were trying to do to Star Wars back then, and that's why it's going to fail because it's just got no heart anymore. They don't care about, we've talked about it, they don't care about hyperspace lanes. They don't care about jumping into hyperspace for atmosphere. No. They don't care about explaining how tracking fobs work, even though they bring them in. They don't care about the characters from the sequel trilogy. In Solo, a Star Wars story, it's all more about, okay, let's have a shower and become furries and, let's make Lando a pando and let's make droids sentient and, droids' rights matter. Like, it's not what Star Wars ever was, what they're doing to it now. But this is my explanation is back when Star Wars first came out, there were other studios trying to make up Star Wars. This is those other studios trying to do Star Wars.
Yes.
Exactly like back then. And that's why it will fail.
Well, it's like I said earlier.
Already.
Like I said earlier, these studios have tried to come up with original shows that failed. Because of the politics. Well, it's not working. Let's just take an existing franchise and do it. It's still not going to be great.
They know
but the consumers are going to buy it anyway, and it'll be enough to keep them afloat. And that's the tragedy of it all.
When you see any person in an article in the mainstream media say that fans are toxic because they got what they want with the Snyder Cut. It's because they don't want you to get what you want. They want you to get what is given to you and fucking shut up and like it. They want you to consume the woke political bullshit that Hollywood is shoveling down the throats of everybody and starting to be regurgitated back up because we don't want that. They want you to take it and fucking like it. They don't want you to get what you actually want.
But it's all the normies. It's the normies that seem to make this okay. Because, for example, my mum, she watched Wonder Woman 84, right? And she loved it. She goes, the outfits were really cool. Like, it took me back to the 80s, and it was really awesome. Complete normie standpoint on the whole movie, right? And I didn't bring it up. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's good. Like, because I haven't seen it, but I know how bad it is.
It's bad.
From the standpoint of a fan, you know, at least knowing what I know about that universe and everything, which isn't much. But you know what I mean? It's the normies that make this all okay. You know, when my parents went and saw The Last Jedi, they told me that they loved it on Christmas Day of all times, and I blew up at family Christmas lunch. And my dad, like, just, man, it was, you know, they see it and it's just, it's all good. But this is where I've said it before in the past. George Lucas was able to make Star Wars for normies, but keep the lore and continuity really tight, or at least tight enough for the hardcore fans.
Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive.
Correct.
No, that's right. That's exactly right. And that's where they're going wrong with what everything that they're producing. You look at Star Trek, you look at Doctor Who. I don't watch those, but again, there's two right there. You look at what they're doing with the MCU. You look at what they're now starting to do with the DC universe, bringing J.J. Abrams in, right? You look at what they've done with Star Wars. I mean, there's just five.
Lord of the Rings is on the way.
Lord of the Rings is going to be next. Who's to say that they're not going to do damage in June? June? How do you say it?
June. Yeah.
June. Most likely they will. Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it's a big studio that's virtue signaling anything because they've got to look like they're progressive, then what chance do we really have of saving any of this stuff? I mean, you look at the comic books. The comic books right now are horrible. I mean, Lando's getting a cover for Pride Month on Marvel's bringing out a cover for a Pando Lando fucking comic book. Like,
Snoke's a groomer. Did you see that?
Yes. Yep.
No, what's that?
Yes. Go ahead,
there's this creepy scene where Ben
the Snoke comic
goes to
Kylo Ren comic. Sorry, go ahead.
And he's dressed up like a weird old man, and he's like hugging Ben. Someone pull that up. Let me find it. I can't believe you haven't seen this.
Super fucking creepy.
Yeah,
man,
but not surprising.
And
I think it was on
so you can tell because of that comic panel that they were going to do something different with Snoke and not do what they did with him, like that he's just a clone because he doesn't look like Snoke just yet. He doesn't have as many of the scars and stuff.
Here it is.
It's like, yeah, they're just
quickly.
fucking
Patrick
stupid.
McNeil says Star Wars suck it. I get what you're trying to say there, but it's more like fans suck it because the problem has become that, like, you look at something like The Mandalorian that still does damage to the lore, the continuity, and all of that sort of thing, right? It gets great scores. It's received quite well within the majority of the fan base, and
touch my nipple.
That's what they're going to keep producing. Now, if people are okay with that, which it seems people are, well, then cool. But that's not for me as a hardcore fan that dives deep into the lore and the continuity. And, you know, this does connect with that. I like the connections. I like the nuance of it all. But at the same time, it needs to still make sense.
So you probably can't read this, but he's saying, "My boy, I'm so pleased you came to me."
It's kind of creepy.
Well, and not just that.
What
but
the fuck is he wearing?
Look at him. He has hair. I believe he has hair.
That's a hat or something.
No. I think under it he has hair.
Okay.
Yeah, so the comic. You could tell they actually made this comic before they realized what the fuck JJ was going to do in episode 9. And it's just like Rhino always says, the continuity, the lore, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, well, it fits a story and I think it's pretty cool. So let's just do it anyway. But because if there was somebody there who actually knew what they were doing and was a story group person who could actually speak out, they'd be like, wait a minute, you can't do that because of this and this and this, and then down the road with this. But they don't. It's just like, do whatever you want, director. Director number 4. Just take it.
The funny thing is that then they start setting up all these retcons. This comic book's now retconning this information. This starts retconning that information. I mean, the worst one that I see is like the retcon of the rule of 2. It's now 2 Sith to rule the rest of them.
Yep, I know.
And the reason why they're doing that is because they want to create new characters, right, in that timeline that we can have as enemies, villains, whatever. And it's just like they purchased this for $4 billion. What are you doing throwing any of it away? It's clearly worth the money that you paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you give the fans what they want, especially.
We want to create.
You can't sell merchandise right now. They can't sell anything.
You can still have creative freedom and still move forward with all the stories that you've got in place. It's so ridiculous. And then they come out with creepy stuff like this. But then, you do get things as simple as Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers being retconned.
Uh-huh.
It's small, it's stupid, it's ridiculous.
It's still part of the lore.
About one of the smallest, tiny little fucking things. But it's still there, and that's something that George wouldn't have allowed to happen. He would have been like, no, your lightsabers aren't blue.
That is it, right there. George would have not let that happen because in the EU, we all know he went over stories and specific details before they were greenlit. And you're right, Rhino. He would not let that happen.
He would not have let that go through to the keeper. He would not have let that be produced. Again, with the new comic book where the lightsaber stops in the tree, you've all seen that in that comic book.
So fucking stupid.
George would not allow that to happen.
It would have kept going. Yes.
And if, let's say that did go through, let's say George didn't get to oversee that and it got through, right? The moment it comes out, George would have taken it off the shelves.
He would not even let it go to print, though, yet.
I'm just saying, if let's say it did happen to get through to print, right, and it's out there, George would have pulled it. He wouldn't have cared as long as it keeps his continuity, right? He's not going to cop backlash for this dumb fucking idiot's fucking lack of understanding of Star Wars lightsabers and how the universe works. And that's the thing. They're getting in people. It's all about, we need
May the force be with you.
We need more women Star Wars directors. Okay. Are there any Star Wars female directors out there that are true Star Wars fans that understand the lore and can actually direct this movie well? Are the writers that are writing those scripts Star Wars fans, understand the lore and the universe? It doesn't seem to be. Jon Favreau's, again, I've said this before, I reckon Jon Favreau's heart might be in the right place. But if he's going to Pablo Hidalgo to check for lore issues, right? Why didn't he get pulled up on making a spaceship jump into hyperspace? That would have been done in post. It's all a CGI image anyway, isn't it? Yeah. Right? That's an entire CGI image. So how many people are sitting behind the desk making that image happen, and not one of them can actually pull them up and go, hang on a second, we're forgetting hyperspace lanes. We're also forgetting they're making a jump from atmosphere. Like, where is this person? George wouldn't have let that happen. I'm telling you.
Yep. Yeah, I agree 100%. There's no way. Real quick, Melissa Lord for $5.
Sorry.
Melissa Lord for $5 says, my BFF asked me after 8 if I liked it, and I said no. They just killed Luke Skywalker literally and figuratively. I just clowned that movie in Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's... What's RT? I think, what is that?
RT.
Not sure.
Just clarify
Tomatoes,
that.
Retweet. Not sure. But yeah, I agree. They killed Luke Skywalker. I mean, and I was one of those people, like, I think Rhino, me and you talked about this before, where I was, like, trying to pretend that I liked the movie, like, talk myself into it. Because after watching the first time, I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't make sense. This didn't make sense. But no, it's Star Wars. I can't hate Star Wars. And then I go on YouTube and I type in The Last Jedi review, and I'm like, oh, I'm not alone. I am not alone at all. And like I saw it the opening night, had to work, then saw it the Friday with my wife, and then Sunday with my family.
Oh, real time.
And real time. And
Yeah,
they fucked everything up. The narrative's fucked.
It is, and the problem is that they can't even see what they're doing wrong. Clearly, they can't see what they're doing wrong.
I know.
And it's all because, like I said, as long as they've got these, racist black females doing their High Republic, you've got, Star Trek people doing the High Republic, you've got women directors, you've got directors
they can't even drive.
You got directors that can write strong female characters, but only do a single draft and then they just shoot it and then they're done. Like, these guys are being paid heaps of fucking money to destroy it, basically, to burn it to the ground, to burn the ashes. And then guess what? They burn those ashes. I don't know how you burn ashes, but they seem to be able to do it with Star Wars because they keep just overlapping more and more shit. They get all this goodwill from the Luke Skywalker moment in The Mandalorian, and then they shit all over that with Pablo Hidalgo. And then it just starts adding up. Gina Carano gets fired. Fucking, they're doing all of these pushes for Black History Month or whatever it is on, the false virtue signals on Twitter, and everything just piles up. You get Kathleen Kennedy coming in and saying fade in. You got, her doing her thing for the Oscars or whatever it was, and that was a failed virtue signal.
It's like they programmed her to say that stuff and they just forgot a couple of things. She looks like a robot.
Some inside information on why she seems so doped up too. That's coming soon. That's some inside information.
Wait for that. Can't wait for that.
But yeah. Anyway, it's just I don't know. I'm kind of laughing at myself right now.
Well, they don't get it. They never will, and they never have. This is how it works. They don't care.
No.
I mean, they didn't even wish James Earl Jones a happy birthday.
Yeah, there was that.
And they were virtue signaling for Black History Month. Didn't even bring him up at all. I'm like, are you joking me? Mm-hmm. It's so stupid.
And then they tried to use Finn in their virtue signal, and John Boyega's come out clearly and stated how much they used him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're black. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's garbage, man.
I know. It's fucking
Well, then they take, a legitimate character from 40 years ago, Lando Calrissian, and another character destroyed. There was a character that was a diverse character, but that wasn't the point of the character. But even so, he was a diverse character. Oh, let's destroy him. Let's make him a pansexual, technosexual weirdo.
So it's
how does that work, Tim? It just does.
Yeah, exactly.
It works.
Penises.
Yeah.
What a
we make it work.
What a bad line. Sense. I mean, this is the other thing too that I look at with that is it's a droid, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking droid. So this droid's programmed this way. This droid's programmed this way.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to talk about the whole droid's rights matter again in fucking Solo, removing a restraining bolt doesn't change the programming of a fucking droid.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it starts getting on the desk and going like this. It's not programmed to protest.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't do
programmed by its owner.
Doesn't do that. No.
The restraining bolt just stops it from leaving. It's a restraining bolt, right? It stops it from leaving. It means that they can push a button and shuts the fucking droid down for that moment. It's so...
As soon as you remove the restraining bolt, they become woke. That's...
I guess.
And then they tried to make the droid, when the droid died at the end, thank fuck for that, and Lando's sitting there with it in its arms and it's gargling up oily blood, right? Yeah. It's an on-off switch. It's either on
it's a white supremacy
or it's off. It's a droid. On-off, no in between. No, I'm dying. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not even that's not how the Force works. That's not how droids work. That's not how Star Wars works.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. They don't just change like that when you take off the bolt.
Oh, but that was made by the Kennedy faction, right? Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Oh, yeah.
My fucking mistake.
Right.
You think you...
I think so. I think Forlorn was one of those actually over.
They're doubling down on that thing now with Lando being Pando. And you think that Kathleen Kennedy's got no control over what's happening with Lucasfilm? Or she's only got control over her faction or whatever? This is... What she has done to Lucasfilm has infiltrated everything. You know why? Because she's employing people like, oh, Queen Kathleen Kennedy, give me a fucking job. People like that.
What's your favorite Star Wars
Harvey
character?
Weinstein,
They're all good.
former personal assistant.
Yeah, someone who probably
Right.
aided and abetted his activities.
She's employing people like, may the Force be with you. Right? She's employing people like Justina Ireland, another fucking racist that hates all white people for some
Daniel
God-knows
Jose
reason.
Older.
Yeah,
Daniel
there you
Jose
go.
Older. Some cock soy boy that fucking Pablo Hidalgo.
Oh, and then the fat
Now,
redhead
Pablo
was saying some
Hidalgo,
shit a few
the
weeks
worst
ago.
thing about Pablo Hidalgo is that he was there around the George Lucas era. He's been with Lucasfilm for a fucking long time.
Yep.
But, which makes it even worse for him. Tell you what, none of these people better cross me in the street. It's a good thing I live in Australia.
Melissa Lord for $5 says, Day 0 Thursday night, Ray beat up Luke with his stick. I'm not buying it. I said it out loud in the theater. I was pissed Leia Poppins and purple hair. Yes.
Oh, that was so lame.
Yeah. Captain Admiral Gender Studies was like,
so bad.
I'm
Let
sorry,
me tell you
Poe.
guys something.
You're a reckless flyboy. It's like, fuck
And you might think this is petty,
Fuck
but
you.
it's not.
What's up, Laura?
What's up? I don't talk to some people because they defended Leia Poppins and purple hair character. I'm like, you're not my friend if you're actually saying this is good.
You can't.
You're an idiot. You're too much of an idiot for me to be friends with you because
There's
that was
no
garbage.
way that you can be a Star Wars fan of the prequels, the originals, the Clone Wars, the EU, and actually like the sequel trilogy.
How does that
You're
even make
kidding
sense?
yourself if you are.
Oh, I know. It's a friend of Leia. Let's make her hair purple.
Why?
Just going back to the Leia Poppins scene, space in
abducted by a
Star Wars
hairdresser.
didn't work differently to space in reality. It never did. And it was always exactly the same. No matter how much of a Jedi you are, you're not going to survive in space.
No,
right?
I don't care. Yeah.
So, for example, so let's say
Plo Koon's had a mask
Anakin,
on.
beginning of Revenge of the Sith, let's say Anakin's ship was the one that was going to how Obi-Wan's ship got all the Vulture droids stuck on, not the Vulture droids, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And
Buzz droids.
Buzz droids, and Anakin helped him, right? Imagine if that was Anakin and Obi-Wan did decide to leave him for the sake of the mission, right?
Yeah.
There's once the ship blows up or what? Well, he'd blow up. Let's say he was to just eject into space. He'd be dead.
I know.
He'd die. No Force fucking, the Force took over. It guided her. It guided her back into the cockpit. And then the doors open and just sucked everybody back out. How does that work? Can you explain that one to me? No, because we get a cutscene because they can't explain that.
Yeah.
Every time we've watched these, it's like we ask ourselves the questions. Why? How? Who? These are questions as nerds towards Star Wars we've always asked ourselves. We've asked each other. I've got a question for the chat out there. I've asked this question before. There might be some new people in the chat that haven't heard me ask this question before. But in the title, Return of the Jedi, what does that mean to you? Is that the return of the Jedi in general? Is it where we're talking about Jedi as a plural in regards to Luke making the Jedi return? Is it Luke becoming the Jedi and that becoming the return of the Jedi? Or is the return of the Jedi Anakin's return to becoming a Jedi from Vader? there's so many multiple different answers in there that it
All
could
of the
be,
above.
right? Yeah. And every single one could be right. So no one's wrong in the answer that they give. See, I personally, when I was young, I thought Return of the Jedi meant Luke Skywalker and Return of the Jedi. As I got older and my connection to Anakin became more prevalent, I started to think, hang on, the Return of the Jedi might be Anakin's return, right? And that is the return of the Jedi, the one, the chosen one, the Jedi. Anyway, these are questions that we can ask ourselves in these, what does the Rise of Skywalker mean? Oh, Rey steals the Skywalker name. That's what it means. She wins and saves the day at the end of the day, and she takes the name. Wow, how deep and meaningful. Because she's a woman and she can take everything. I don't know if you all noticed this, but, Poe's still alive in that universe, and she just happens to be on Tatooine with Poe's droid. The one that when he runs over and he goes, you made it. And Finn walks over and he's like, yeah, that's my jacket, right? In The Force Awakens. Yeah. That droid that he loves so much is with Rey at the end of the whole thing. Yep. So she's got Chewie's Falcon, basically. She's got Luke and Leia's sabers that she decides to bury. She somehow knows that about the Lars homestead on Tatooine. How? Especially when she thought that Luke Skywalker was a myth. What did Leia tell her in some fucking deleted scene? Because you can't produce that scene, it's like, oh, let's write it in a book.
Most likely.
She gets Luke's sunset. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
Call that Star Wars?
I feel you.
And again, I've said this before, the sequels, it wasn't just about the destruction of the characters. Yes, it did a very, 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 very bad job of actually portraying Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, R2, C-3PO, all of them. All the original characters were completely fucking cucked in the sequels. But it wasn't just that. They destroyed hyperspace. They destroyed the Force, like how, concentration and, Rey constantly screaming, ah! That's real Jedi of you. She's now levitating, meditating with rocks floating around her, meditating. Be with me. Be with me. Oh, I can't get all the dead Jedi of the past to be with me. Because they're fucking dead, you dumb bitch. Not all of them became one with the Force. It took a fucking... This is why I don't believe that Leia is a fucking Force ghost. That's absolute fucking garbage. Yeah, I spoke about that earlier, OG, that the rule of two got retconned. See, I found my flame again. I'm hating Star Wars right now. And I'm sure there's people in the chat, especially like somebody like Blake or Daniel, if he's around, Tim F. You've heard it you've heard me talk about it a million times, and I won't stop. If you're getting sick of hearing me talk about it, you can go and watch something else until I change the subject if you really want to. But it's so disgusting what they've actually done. And Kathleen Kennedy stabbed Lucasfilm in the back. She really fucking did. She smiled in his face. She said, yeah, George, I'm going to look after you, baby. I'm going to look after you after it. And as soon as she got ultimate power, she fucking, she did a complete 180. I don't know who got in her ear or whether or not it was her plan the entire time. But she did it. George, there was that clip that came out that George, from George Lucas answering that fan's question. He didn't really do a good job of answering it because, of course, he can't answer it the way he truly feels about it. Well,
he said enough. He said it went in a direction he didn't intend it to go.
Yeah, and he lost control.
We know what that means.
Yeah. And he lost control. Because Kathleen Kennedy took control. See, what he should have done when he first signed it over, what he honestly should have done when he first signed it over is, this is obviously hindsight's, 2020. But what he should have done is he should have been president of Lucasfilm, right? But they own it. And that should have been his clause. You want it? I'm still going, for at least 5 years, I'm going to be overseeing what's being done. Everything's got to go through me. I mean, he hated The Force Awakens. When The Force Awakens was just The Force Awakens, I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I look back now and I go, how gullible was I?
Decanonization of EU is what did it for me, and that was a year and a half before Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't very happy going into the movie.
I can understand that and appreciate that. But see, that's where, when Disney first bought it, I obviously knew about Jaina and Jason Solo. I knew about Anakin Solo. I knew about Ben Skywalker. I knew that these characters exist. I knew that the EU was there. And that's what I was hoping to get. Now, when they decided to scrap the EU because they wanted creative freedom and they wanted to do their own story, I was kind of like, okay, let's see what they got. Right? I just wanted to, I was just excited to have more Star Wars back. I just wanted to see what they were going to do. And they completely just fucked it. George says, there's nothing new in this, in The Force Awakens. Nothing new. And he's right. There is nothing new. We all know it's a retread of A New Hope, just with a massive amount of mystery box thrown on top. A massive amount. And it wasn't paid off at any stage. And the fans paid for it, really, because you look at the fan base and how broken the fan base is. There's no repairing that now. There is no repair for it. Even if they were to retcon everything, decanonize everything that they've done, the fans will never be united the way they were before. Even the backlash that the prequels got. Even there's still people now that say the prequels aren't that good aren't that good movies. I don't mind them. I think they're great. I think they tell a really cohesive story. There's moments in them that I don't like. A lot of it comes down to dialogue and a few acting performances. But other than that, I love them.
Pretty sure me and Tim have talked about this before. Hold on.
Man, I've been rambling for like half an hour.
I think we got a couple of super chats that we haven't read.
Yeah, I was getting to them. I just noticed that. That distracted me just a second. I think there's like 2 of them. Let me go back. No, there's one. Sorry. I got that one.
Okay.
Listener for $2 says Rey is thief. Yep. Land, home, name, saber, sunset, ship too as well. If you're saying she's a thief.
Ship, droid.
She took everything from somebody else. Everything.
And she just got it. Yep. And she just got given
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's garbage.
That's a decent question. Rhino, I'll give you $70 million to make a Rhino cut of TLJ. Could you fix it? No. I couldn't. There is no fixing it.
Yeah, you can't create stuff out of thin air. Yeah.
No, but there is no actually fixing it. No. That you can't fix it from where it is. So, like, from Force Awakens going into TLJ, you're saying, like, Rise of Skywalker doesn't exist, $70 million to redo TLJ? No. Because in hindsight, The Force Awakens actually does a substantial amount of damage in itself.
Yeah. By only including Luke for 15 seconds.
Well, not only that, having Rey be able to do a Jedi mind trick.
Pilot a starship.
Why? Guess what? It's because she downloaded Kylo's training. She downloaded Kylo's training. She downloaded it.
Yeah, she accessed the PDF file in his brain.
That's canon. That's an explanation.
It's not canon.
It is.
No, Disney. It's not our canon. No.
I've known someone. I've known someone for 23 years because of Star Wars, and he thought that was brilliant that she downloaded it. I unliked his page on Facebook.
How the fuck
and never
is that
talked to him
brilliant?
Again. You're fucking stupid if you think that's brilliant. He's one of those access media types that's afraid of losing his access to the people he talks to at Lucasfilm, fuck you if you think that's good, because that's fucking retarded.
Fuck you.
I downloaded it.
They made so many.
Why didn't
fucking
Luke do
stupid-ass
that? Why
decisions, yeah.
couldn't Yoda just like, okay, you're trained?
Thank you. That
makes
continually
no
gets
sense.
brought up, and people ignore it.
Why didn't the First Order use a tracking fob to find Luke?
Hey, Moira.
Hey, Moira. Why didn't the First Order
Where
use
is
a
it?
tracking fob to
Where
find
is it?
Luke?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
It makes sense.
You know, I like knowing what I know about Star Wars, and I like being able to pick it apart and go and be able to say how bad it is, but I wish it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I would much rather be sitting here going, oh, how awesome was this episode of The Mandalorian, man? How good was this scene? How good was that? You know, oh, when they actually were able to escape and they got through the blockade, man, how incredible was that scene?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I'd rather be talking about Star Wars. How amazing was that sequel trilogy, man? We got to see fucking Jaina and Jason, you know, however they want to adapt that story, they could have done it. They didn't have to go beat for beat. They had to be close, but they didn't have to necessarily. But what? They wanted strong female character? Fucking Mara Jade, a fan fucking favorite.
I know.
Oh, we don't want to make it for the 70-year-olds. Do you think it's just the 70-year-olds that love these stories? 50-year-olds, sorry?
That's what they see when they see Star Wars.
You know, we changed the parks because we got to do Star Wars for the future. Well, the future generations are in the fans. What are you talking about?
Yep. And they pass that down to their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, I was born the year Return of the Jedi came out. I didn't see it in theaters. I was definitely a Star Wars fan before the prequels came out.
Mm-hmm.
Who did that? Fuck, it must have been my fucking dad.
Right.
Generational. It goes down the line. If I was interested in Star Wars when I was a kid, then I'm not going to be interested in Star Wars now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy is an idiot. She's a fucking moron.
Yeah, no, we know she is. She's stupid. She don't like money. The same thing with Ann Sarnoff at Warner Brothers. They hate money. Yeah, I guess so. It's fucked up.
She sees it through this lens of progressiveness as opposed to what's actually right for the story.
I know.
You know, we've joked around about, you know, what's it like getting a job interview at Lucasfilm? It's like, do you believe that Star Wars should be made like this, or do you believe that Star Wars should be made like this? Oh, I prefer like this. Okay, you're with Jon Favreau. Do you prefer Star Wars made like this, or do you prefer Star Wars like this? Oh, I prefer it like this. Okay, you're over there
Faction
with Kathleen Kennedy.
list.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that it's a joke.
Yeah.
And it just becomes more and more of a joke. Like, again, I've been doing these reaction videos to the High Republic. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to watch any of them.
Yes.
But Avar Chris
Yeah.
sees the Force's music. You've got, I can't remember the name, Bell something, who sees the Force as flaming light, so sort of like fire. And sometimes it can be, he can be concentrating so hard, it's like embers, or sometimes it can be a burning fucking, I don't know. And then you've got a Wookiee Jedi that sees the Force as leaves on a tree. And like, what is this? This isn't Star Wars. What did Luke Skywalker see the Force as? Ask yourself that question.
Sand.
No, that's how Anakin saw the Force, like sand. But no, what I mean is like, it's because what Luke was taught was that the Force flows through everything. It is everywhere. Yes, you do have some sort of will over certain parts of the Force, right? Which gives you certain abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never really a way that he would view the Force. How did Obi-Wan see the Force? Can you give me an element that Obi-Wan saw the Force as? Can you tell me an element that Yoda saw the Force as? Swamp, water, maybe?
Yeah.
Grogu. You get my mean? Like, how weird is that? Like, in their books, they're coming out with these stories, and this is how they see it. Now, I understand that it's just a description. They probably don't even play on that too much. It's an ad for this character, right? It wouldn't surprise me if in those books they played on it a lot. You know, oh, he harnesses his power and he sees the flaming light and then he strikes. Like, that's how they're going to be describing this fucking character in a fight scene or something like that.
They think they're being really smart. Like,
they do.
There was that interview with Kaludia where she's like so proud of herself about Geode. You remember that? Like, oh, and Geode, let me tell you about him. And then you've got this new character that calls himself Buckets of Blood, Jedi Master.
Yeah.
You've got there's so many weirdo characters, and they think it's so awesome. And even the writers that we thought were a little bit more, I guess you could say, not as extreme, I think they're revealing themselves to be every bit as extreme. Like the guy that wrote the comic, is it not Soul, but it might have been Soul. It's one of the two guys, Kevin Scott or Soul. The thing about the pronouns, and people are like, well, you know, it's because it's a hive mind. No, it's an allegory. Well, he came out on Twitter a week ago and said, oh yeah, it was definitely intended. So there you go. They invent characters so that they can virtue signal and inject their SJW politics into our stories. But this isn't even our story, so who cares?
No, it's not.
Nope.
Let it burn down.
But what they've done is they've created this. Again, this is why there's no repair in the fan base. There's just nothing that can happen now. Like, and they keep moving forward and they keep doubling down on stupid shit like the Lando thing and everything else that we've pretty much talked about tonight. I mean, what's next for Star Wars actually on a screen? Is it the Book of Boba Fett? Is that the very next thing?
Yes.
Like, I haven't heard any announcements or any production things that are happening. All I keep hearing is High Republic bullshit coming.
Yeah.
Bad Batch.
You know.
A bunch of garbage theories people keep coming out with about the show. They're the ones who smuggled Grogu out of the temple. They're the ones that did this and that. And it's like, come on.
Oh, they're going to play on that. You know what? Those people are probably right. They're probably going to make the Bad Batch the ones that smuggle Grogu out of the temple.
Yeah,
we haven't seen their story arcs. We haven't seen their story arcs. Like, obviously, the only time we see their story arcs in the Clone Wars is in season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and we see them before the events of Order 66. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. But that means the person that said in my comments of my video, because I was complaining about Grogu and R2 having this long, drawn-out conversation that nobody could understand. There were no subtitles, and everybody's just standing around in this room looking at each other dumbfoundedly. The guy in my chat in one of my comments said, "Oh, it was R2 that got Grogu out of the temple at Order 66." So that's why they were having the conversation, because they knew each other. I write back to him going, "Oh, has that been confirmed? Can you tell me where I can find that? Give me the link or something." And he goes, "No, that's just what I think." But he was having a go at me for having a go about it. But that was his explanation. But it was just made up in his own head. It's amazing what headcanon can do and how much, you know, writing the story for the creators actually helps you justify it.
Yeah.
How much writing of the story have we had to do for Star Wars to make it make sense?
So there was a
lot of it.
There was another shit story I read today. The headline was, "Could the Book of Boba Fett be an actual book?" And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the fandom we have now. And then I guess there's a making of season 2 of The Mandalorian that I almost wish I had Disney Plus for so I could EFAP it. But here is a quote from this website, Monsters and Critics. And I don't know if you saw my tweet today, but here's a quote from their review of this making of second season. "Making of season 2 lingers on certain sets to showcase the ability of the Mandalorian's artists to combine ingenuity with a respectful and deep knowledge of the Star Wars universe. They said that unironically. That's who's buying this
What
shit
the
up.
hell?
Idiots. Fucking idiots.
Wow.
Congratulations, fandom.
Well, that's it too.
Get what
Like
you
I
fucking
know,
deserve.
I've pointed the finger at the fan base, right? And some of it I'm not apologizing for. Some of it might not be warranted, right? But the only point that I make with my entire argument in regards to what's happened to Star Wars after The Mandalorian is consistency. Consistency in your arguments to actually hold up what you've been saying this whole time to be true. So if you were complaining about hyperspace skipping, if you were complaining about, oh man, I'm just trying to think. Like, it's hard to say, because if you weren't complaining about tracking fobs, well then, all right, what, you know, again, it just brings me back to why couldn't they just use a tracking fob to find Luke Skywalker? So, like, there's a fair few things. We've gone through them before, right?
Yeah.
But if you can't criticize, if you're criticizing those things in another one, what the training of Rey.
Yeah.
Right. We this is something that actually hasn't really been brought up all that much, is Grogu's training. Okay, so he's a 50-year-old being who was trained in the temple. They basically brought that in so that they could justify why he was using the Force the way he was using the Force. Now, I still don't think that he should be able to do half the things that he's been doing. The Force healing thing was used to justify Rey doing the Force healing thing, because that came out just before The Rise of Skywalker did, so that you could actually go, so that they could call you out if you criticized Rey for doing it, by saying that you're a sexist because you're allowing a male character in Grogu to do it, and you thought that that was cute and awesome and blah, blah, blah. But now Rey does it and now you hate it. Right. So they basically put the fans in a spot there where, yeah, you can't criticize Rey for that because Grogu did it. I'm glad that I actually said that I thought it was bullshit from the word go. Right. And I saw it as a justification for Rey doing a Force healing maneuver in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. On that point, I think we're going to wrap up tonight. We're getting close to 3.5 hours. Yeah. Yeah, we're
awesome.
getting there. Yes. Rhino, I'll let you take it away.
Yes. Well, everyone, thank you for coming and listening to the tail end of this show and me pretty much rant and rave for literally probably about an hour. So, you know, thank you for all of you being here. All 33 of you, I think I see there.
Yeah.
Smash the like button.
35.
And it was a great stream tonight. Started off really well. So just thanking our guests. We had Lethal and Mara on tonight. So thanking both of those for coming, and please go and subscribe to their channels and
Absolutely.
give them some likes and some shares and things like that. And also, just before we do go through and around the table, go and subscribe to Steph, My Nerdy Home. She is past the 1,000, but also watch her videos. Like, I've just applied for monetization, but again, I've said this, she deserves to be monetized before any of us do.
Yeah.
And I really want to try and help get her there pretty quickly. So please, everyone, go and do that. Tim, awesome stream. What have you got going on? What do you plug your shit, man?
So, man, all day I was doing research on the next Expanded University video. It's going to be a long one, so it's probably going to take me another week, but it's by poll on Twitter. It's going to be Corellia. So,
awesome.
Man, if you think about it, all the way back to the old Republic era, you know, there's a lot of shit to include. So I got to figure out, what do I include and how do I include it? But as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I have an idea. I had this epiphany of, here's an idea for either a single video or maybe a series of videos. And I think I may be able to get the first one out tomorrow. It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to do it. I don't want to give any clues because I just want it to be a surprise.
Awesome.
It'll kind of be Star Wars related. Yeah, it'll be Star Wars, but it could apply to any franchise. So that's coming up. We got Star Trek tomorrow night, and then Tuesday night, and then my wrestling stream, part 2 of the more modern stuff is going to be at 8:30 on Thursday Central. So on my channel, and hopefully Jeff can make it this time.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
So subscribe to
everyone.
Tim.
Go
Link in
and
the chat.
subscribe to Tim. Open Airlock Policy.
Oh, and get
Thank
well,
you, brother.
Ryan. RK Outpost.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's a fucking legend too.
Yes, dude. He is.
And yeah, get well, of course. Jeff, what have you got coming up? Plug your shit, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be getting some videos back out next week. I'm gonna do part 1 through 6 of my Justice League spoiler review. I've started recording some stuff. New computer coming tomorrow too, so I'll have that to go on. But yeah, still trying to get all the data off the drive so I can get a lot of the stuff out that was on there, like the Cantina stuff, the Nuke Stuff 5 reactions. They were stacked the fuck up on there, man. I had stuff ready to go, and now don't have any of that. So I'm gonna do a lot of. I'm gonna try to get as much of that redone as I can, and then whenever. If I get it fixed, I do. If I don't, we'll move on and we'll get going to the next stuff. But yeah, Cross the Stream's coming up this week too. If you want to do recommendations for those streaming services, put them in the Discord. I've got a channel over there for that. Everything but fucking Netflix, because I'm not doing that shit because of fucking cuties. That's why I'm not doing it. But yeah, go check out the Discord. And then, of course, Star Trek tomorrow night. Trivia on Monday night. We're going to have 5 categories. It'll be fun. Greg's will be making some categories for us. All users submitted, most likely this week. So thank you guys for doing that. Trek on Tuesday. And then, of course, Tim's WWE Attitude stream on Thursday night is going to be a fucking blast. I can't wait for that. I've been watching a lot of old stuff, getting ready for it, man. Especially, like, X7 was the first thing I watched, man, on the list. That was the first one we watched. So, yeah.
Nice.
Look forward to that, man. Looking forward to that. Rhino, what you got?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Lando video just on the whole thing that's going on there in regards to them doubling down. I'm also going to probably put out another video this week on just doing another couple of those High Republic trailer reactions. They've been kind of fun and obviously getting a few little nuggets out there. And I've got a couple of other things that I'm working on. I'm not giving anything away on those. If these guys know what I'm doing, but that's going to be that's definitely getting a lot closer. So be
Super
prepared
excited
for that.
Super excited.
And there's my live stream, of course, Thursday night or Thursday morning if you're in the States. Casual Rage on my channel, and of course the Full Aussie on Lethal's channel Saturday night, Saturday morning if you're in the States. So go and sub to Lethal as well. Thank you, everyone. And yes, thank you. Go for it.
We got one last super chat from Melissa Lore for $2. Says, good night, guys. Love y'all. Hashtag air is canon. That is correct. Air of the Empire is fucking canon. It is.
Melissa.
Melissa, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, tonight for the super chats. You guys have been fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Really does help out quite a bit. I do appreciate you guys doing that. I need to give you guys a clip, too. I haven't done it yet, so here we go.
Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. My mistake. That was a woman I was talking to. So, she had a very low voice. Probably a smoker. So.
I love that clip so much. Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
I saw Runner say the only thing good on Netflix somebody said it for is Army of the Dead. I agree. So my cross the streams with recommendations like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Shudder streaming as well too, and a couple others. So go join the Discord if you want to check that out. And I do accept all those recommendations. I'll be doing them in future videos. So thank you guys. But yeah, Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you guys hanging out.
Everyone.
Yeah, had a good time. Thanks for Mara and Lethal for dropping by too. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Star Trek. Tim, looking forward to that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Space Wesley Crusher. That's the hashtag going on now. So yes. May the force be with you. May the force be with you guys.
Always. Hurry up, play the outro.
You underestimate my power. Don't try it.
I know.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.